And we are live at Grappling Education Rockdale. Grapple Mania 26 is about to go off. Tonight's event brought to us by Hariri Chickens, My Mother's Cousin, Self-Raised Bread, Vile Vortices, Nikki B Sandwiches, and Lala's Home Services. We have a banger of a night tonight. I'm here with Mr. Josh Alsop.
Howdy.
What matches are you looking forward to most tonight, Josh?
Look, going through the list, there's actually some really standout matches for me. So I'll just go in order of how they're appearing. First off, the one that catches my eye is Alex Fowlin versus Abdullah. Obviously, Abdullah is a veteran of the Grapple Mania pit. And he's produced some of the most exciting matches that we've ever seen. Some crazy escapes, nearly getting submitted, pulling out a victory at the end of the match. Kind of nuts, so really looking forward to that one. Next on my list is Fezcules Moambda versus Ben Moses. Obviously, Ben, super active on the Grapple Mania scene, but the wild card is Fezcules. Now, Fez has been on the scene for a very long time. You might know him as the guy that wears a wrestling singlet and a cowboy hat everywhere he goes. He's got like 17 cats. He's a crazy person, but I'm excited that he's here. I reckon it's going to be a super exciting matchup. After that, we've got Connor Polias versus Zaki Angelevsky. What do you think about that match?
That is interesting because Zaki's had a couple of pullouts and Connor's stepped up. And Connor is just not afraid to send it tonight, I think. Zaki's pretty seasoned. Zaki has a really good record of being able to submit people straight up. But Connor might have some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid to verse young Zaki. He's got a lot of momentum. But Connor Polias, for me, is someone that seems to just be coming into his own now. I think he's been training for a long time. He's invested the time overseas. And for a while there was a bit of stagnation. But now, with his recent performance at Subversion and now stepping up to a match like Zaki, I think it's really exciting to see if he's broken through a threshold and reached that next level of jiu-jitsu. After that, I think the next one that catches my eye is Jack Butler versus Moe Elir. Jack, a super explosive submission artist known for his armbar and his footlock, against an absolute technician in Moe Elir. He's got guard, he's got passing, he's got wrestling. So it's really interesting to see how that plays out. Even though I think Moe will be a little bit undersized, I think he is the favorite in this match. We have Khan Husmeck versus Issa, a phenomenal competitor coming off a bit of a layoff. And then you have Khan, who's a really strong MMA background competitor. So that's going to be a real clash of heads. I think that one's one to look out for. And then the final match of the day is probably the one I'm most excited for. Joshua La versus Bobby Sandeu. Both guys that could honestly be on the podium at the ADCC trials coming up. They're in the same weight class, so I think this is a little bit of foresight into what a match that could be on the podium for ADCC trials as well. So both leg lock guys, both with some serious back attacks, especially with Bobby. Really interesting to see what approach they both have. So
definitely.
All right, we're going to kick it over to
Ladies
Juice Buffer in a second.
We are live from sold-out Grappling Education Stadium in fascinating and underrated Rockdale, Australia, for the greatest grappling competition the world has ever seen, Grapple Mania 26. We have 18 super fights tonight under the ADHD rule set, and when the action begins, the referee in charge will be the legendary Asian street Jesus, Winston Hong. Our first match of the evening, introducing first a blue belt wrestler weighing in at 85 kilos, fighting out of SJJ, Parramatta, by way of Tehran, Iran, the Lion of Mesopotamia, Hussein Al-Attar!
Attar entering the pit, seems super happy to be here.
Yeah.
Just stoked to be on the pit.
He's just excited to be alive.
And his opponent, a blue belt who reads feminist literature. He weighs in at 83 kilos, fighting out of Smooth BJJ by way of the Southern Highlands, Mishi Chongo Crooks.
Hamish Crooks entering the pit. I've met Hamish through him visiting Kumite. I know he's visited along a lot of other gyms, prominent gyms in Sydney, so he's investing the time, investing the effort to really grow his jiu-jitsu skills, so props to him for that.
I'm pretty sure I know Hamish in real form, as in meme form.
Straight away, Hussein coming out quite aggressive, putting Hamish on his back in a knee shield half guard position now. Looking, kind of switching between thinking about passing and then falling back on a leg. But Hamish has made an entry here.
Yeah, an entry into saddle. Maybe attempting to go for the knee bar, sitting through to the other side.
Unfortunately, he
might get his back taken here by Hussein.
He didn't free his knee line before trying to go for the saddle, so he almost got his back taken. Now he's in a better position.
Ankle lock there from the saddle.
Well,
and that's a quick tap.
Tap there from Hamish Crooks against Hus. Props to him.
Very high energy, frenetic start to the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by leg lock, Mishi Chongo Crooks.
Nice props. Quick victory there from Hamish Crooks, the young blue belt from the Southern Highlands.
Mishi. Congratulations, Mishi. Here's $50. Well, there's actual Australian money in there. Congratulations. So you got him with, I couldn't quite tell what the leg lock was. What did you get him with?
Straight ankle lock. I don't know, I'm pretty tired, eh?
Pretty tired. It was like 10 seconds work, dude.
Oh, I know. He gassed me out straight away. He came out so strong. But, yeah, felt good.
This is the problem with Gen Y, man. They can do 10 seconds work and that's it. You're done. Or Gen Z, sorry, whatever you are. Anybody you want to call out for next time?
Anybody I want to call out? Angus Charlton. I want to call out Angus Charlton. I went against him in my first competition ever, and I want a rematch.
Did he beat you?
He beat me.
Angus Charlton, you're a dead man. Go get him.
Angus Charlton, if you're watching, Hamish Crooks wants you for the next Grapple Mania, May 23rd.
He put you on notice, but the good thing is he revealed that he's got about 25 good seconds in him, and then he's pretty tired after that. So jump on the air bike, Angus. I think you'll do all right.
Next up, we have Boafo, sorry if I butchered your name, versus Charlie Watts. It's a middleweight match. So anything you can tell us about these two?
I don't know anything about these guys, so we're going into this blind. Let us know in the chat of the live stream if you got anything to say about Caleb or Charlie, if you've trained with them, what they're good at, what we should look out for. We'll shout it out on stream for you. But crossing over to Juice Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first a white belt wrestler weighing in at 77 kilos, fighting out of Academy 411 by way of Hull, England. He's a Winter Cup champion, Caleb Boafo.
What QR code? Okay. Yep.
And his opponent, a 5-stripe white belt with a spazzy style, weighing in at 77 kilos, fighting out of Integrated Combat Center by way of Canterbury, Baldy Locks, Charlie Watts.
Charlie Watts mooning the audience with his shit-stained shorts.
Oh,
those are the worst things
those...
I've ever seen. Guys, if you want those shorts off your screen, make sure you put an outside hit on immediately.
Yeah.
Motivate this other guy to sub this quickly so we don't have to look at whatever's going on that guy's ass.
So when you see the QR code, guys, go to the QR code. You can put some money on your favorite athlete, add to their bounty. If you want to take this guy and his dirty pants off our screen, please send lots of money.
Honestly, it's outweighed by his pretty sick Butterfinger rash guard. This match brought to you by Butterfingers.
Charlie Watts ended up pulling side control.
Yeah, maybe
chest
he's a bit
chest.
of a buggy choke guy. Looks like he's throwing up his hips. Could be looking for a buggy choke. I mean, if you're wearing shorts like that, you probably got some goofy submissions up your arsenal.
I like goofy.
Arsenal? Anyone?
Yes. Good one.
Thank you.
So I think from the bottom here, we need to see Charlie making some connections. So.
All right. So from someone in the chat, we've got Caleb is a strong light.
There's an
grappler.
armbar here from Charlie. Oh, and he gets it.
Oh, wow. Quick finish from the Butterfinger Bandit.
Yeah.
Props to Charlie Watts and whatever's going on in his pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by armbar, Charlie Baldylocks Watts.
Wow. Another meme grappler, exactly what the Jiu-Jitsu world needs.
I didn't see the front of the pants until now.
It doesn't get better.
Both sides.
Congratulations. Interesting shorts you're wearing tonight. It actually did look like you shat yourself because you pulled guard immediately, which is always the sign of a coward. Is that part of just the whole look? You're a guard puller now?
Yeah, I had a bit of an accident before. I was a little nervous, but you know. I did it. I'm done now.
Yeah, you fought through it. I thought you were looking for a buggy choke at one point. Was that right? And then he seemed to get scared and just get out.
Yeah, I guess I was. Yeah, I wanted a buggy choke. Yeah.
But you got the armbar. Very rare indeed. Congratulations, you're a killer. Ladies and gentlemen, Baldylocks.
Congratulations to Charlie Watts, and now a quick message from our sponsors.
And we are back on to the next match. Alicia Fairello and Eva Paneva. That is a superhero name. It rhymes. Alicia Fairello, she's still a juvenile athlete, I believe. Very, very strong competitor. Very aggressive, close guard, good submissions. Eva has been taking as many matches as she can lately. So a lot of super fights, tournaments. She is really throwing herself in there. Very aggressive. Also a strong competitor.
$100 on the line for this match, so I don't know if that's a result of Alicia's record or someone's put an outside hit. Remember, guys, you can chuck your hard-earned money on these matches to make them a little bit more exciting. So if you're excited for a match, you want it to go crazy, throw an outside hit, make the matches more
There will be a
for the
QR
athletes.
code on the screens that you can send money to. So if you want someone...
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is the
Moving around.
seating first. A blue belt weighing in at 57 kilos, fighting out of Gracie, Baja, Bondi, by way of Bondi, Alicia Fairello. And her opponent, a blue belt scrambler weighing in at 55 kilos, fighting out of Academy 411 by way of the Kokiki Forest, Eva the Ewok Paneva!
Eva Paneva sliding into the pit, ready for a match. Looks cool, calm, collected, and ready to go.
Immediate guard pull by Alicia.
Yeah, looking for inside leg position. I think she's looking for that foot lock. Eva's
Eva
connected
looks
to a
like
front
she's...
headlock though.
Yeah, I thought she was locking up a DAS there. She's framing the hip with that arm on the inside. Should be wary of getting her back taken from here if Alicia wants to go for an arm drag. Actually, no, Eva's got a leg weave.
Yeah, she seems pretty comfortable sort of inside camping here. Not a lot of pressure being put on the guard though if she's on her knees. Usually someone on their knees is a sign of a bit of hesitation. But now
I generally don't recommend going on your knees unless you're body lock passing.
Now she's making a bit of movement. She's fallen back though. Don't know if that was a lack of balance or just looking for some sort of leg entanglement there.
Alicia potentially looking for a K guard.
Yeah,
scoop here.
she's gone Keymaster. She's looking for some sort of arm saddle on the firearm, potentially looking for a Choi bar. Eva's apparently had a match against Alicia's sister, so this could be a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, the
from
Fairello
the
family is a fighting family. It's like a jiu-jitsu mafia.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got blue hair versus red hair here. I don't know if that was coordinated
I
ahead of
didn't
time
even notice Alicia's hair at
just
the
a
start.
wacky coincidence,
Yeah,
but
I noticed Eva's. You can see that from a mile away.
a little red corner versus blue corner here.
I like the symbolism.
Alicia seems pretty cool and calm and collected, sitting down, playing guard here. Pretty comfortable for waiting for Eva to make an initiation. Trying to elevate underneath is Alicia Fairello. She's got pretty good
Double
clearance
butterfly
here.
hooks there from Alicia.
She probably could have punched one leg through there if she wanted some sort of leg
Oh,
entanglement.
Eva's getting overturned. Needs to be a scramble to see who ends up on top. Alicia takes top position fairly easily. Moving to north-south here. She's doing a good job of pinning Eva's top half.
Wow, she's got the knee
Shit
in
on the
face.
neck.
Absolute brutal approach here from Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia doesn't hold back. She's playing a bit of a different game to what she usually does. I feel like she normally plays a close guard game. Going for that armbar potentially.
Good pinning ability from Alicia here.
Eva does a good job of recovering. She doesn't want to accept that position. She kind of tries to put everything into not getting pinned. So back to seated versus standing here.
Eva taking a good look at the clock there. Potentially tired, potentially sussing out whether or not points are available. Maybe
Eva's
playing
known to be a very
strategic.
aggressive passer. She loves to snap, like grab their head and try and just charge through, blast through the legs with a collar tie.
She
But
can't
also
seem to
being a
find
little bit evasive.
Yeah, can't find a gap in the guard of Alicia at the moment.
Yeah. It's because she like wants the head, so while taking the collar tie, it's hard to control the legs at the same time. Just gonna walk into mount here potentially.
Alicia manages to bring a knee in the middle, but a big threat of
Mounted
a guillotine
guillotine
here. Let's see if she can use that to pass.
No, it looks like Alicia's done a good job of fighting that hand and opening that grip. Should be safe from the guillotine at this point. Alicia frees her head.
All right, the timer seems to have paused. Let's see if we can get that corrected.
Points.
Points call there from our announcer.
Oh,
and immediately
big double leg from
wrestles
Alicia.
up,
That was beautiful.
defends the guillotine, and that's going to be 2 points on the board eventually.
I think Eva kind of hesitated there. She spent a bit of time looking at the clock.
Yeah, I think we see a clear shift in intensity here from Alicia. So as soon as those points were called, she's really switched it up.
Yeah, she took good advantage of that. Going for the knee bar here. Very nice entry from that shin on belly.
Going for sort of a side knee bar here from the backside 50-50 position now.
Yeah, she can attack the heel hook here if she wants to. I'm not sure if Eva's knee is free. Yeah, Eva's freed that knee at the moment. Oh, Alicia just pushes her into the crowd.
Time called from our referee, Winston here. Looking for a...
Winston still needs a way to tell these two apart.
apparently
comes
the red
to
hair and the
scoring.
blue hair wasn't obvious enough.
This one's a red one. Yeah, if I lift with this, it's a red one. Okay.
We got Coach Ricky Patchon in the corner of Alicia throwing some advice out to his athlete during the downtime. Winston gets his bracelet back on and we're good to go.
Stand-up battle here. Oh, they're
Huge
going
collar ties.
wild. And it's 4-0 at the moment to Alicia Fairello.
Jumping for the guillotine, using the pit wall as support here is Eva Paneva.
Eva's arm is a little bit high, so she will need to readjust so that the guillotine becomes deeper. Oh, now she's probably likely to readjust and falls
Slipping the head
off.
out is Alicia.
Alicia just does not look phased at all.
There you go.
Pushes
Smart move,
Eva's
using the
back
pit wall
against
to
the pit
alleviate
wall.
alleviating some of the weight of her opponent. Bit of a, ooh.
Bit of a finger grab.
Grabbing the fingers.
Oh, that was, I think, a potential armbar attempt.
Cheeky little tripod sweep there from Eva Paneva, immediately launching into some outside passing.
That's 2 points for Eva. It's going to be very close. I think Eva's problem is she doesn't like, once she engages, she doesn't come to a camping position. She just drops to her knees every time.
2 minutes left on the clock.
So it's difficult to progress forward in her guard passing.
2 minutes on the clock and only 2 points separating these two athletes now. It's still anyone's game at this point. Obviously, Alicia in guard now, so could be difficult to pass a guard with only 2 minutes left.
Troy bar attempt here from Alicia.
She's got a good grip there on the arm, loses it though, and now back.
Eva does a good job of stapling Alicia's keymaster leg to make it a little bit more awkward for Alicia to attack the arms.
Call for a hair fix here from our referee. No stranger to long hair himself. So we're under 2 minutes left remaining in this match. Still
With
anyone's
2 points
game.
difference in the scores.
2 points separating them. Alicia, I believe, does have the close guard though, so she could really ride this match out now if she wants to. But if she wants to live by the sword, she might start throwing up some submissions, trying to finish this before time runs out.
I mean, we say this every time, but the person in the closed guard needs to pin the upper body and start standing to open the guard. Looks like Alicia's locked up a triangle though.
And we've just got Eva pressuring into that triangle. So one of those approaches where it can work, but it can also go horribly wrong. And I think we just witnessed it going horribly wrong.
Yeah, a sweep to mount. Mounted triangle. 2 points for Alicia. Can she get this triangle? Looks like Eva's doing a good job of trying to shrug her head and her arm out.
Oh, she's smothering her from top position.
Oh, she's isolated her own arm. Big mistake.
Wow,
I think Alicia's going to go for that armbar now. Oh, she tapped. Smother. I think this is the first time we've had a smother tab on Grapple Mania.
Unreal.
I love it.
A great contender.
I love it. Submission of the night.
Courtesy of Lala's Home Services.
I rarely see people actually tap to the smother. That is legit.
Not just a regular smother like our mother's milk smother. That was two hands over the
double-handed smother.
There's your money.
That was criminal.
That was awesome.
Another finish. You've triangle with a lot of people on this show, have you not?
Was that a triangle?
Oh, well, you had the triangle, you swept her into mount, and then I don't know actually what you finished her with. What did you finish her with?
Assault.
Smother choke. How disrespectful. You know she's at least 20 years older than you. And you, first of all, you had your knee across her face for a while. You're holding her down with that. That was nice. And then you smother choked a lady who's old enough to be your mother.
That's so rude.
Salt on the wound.
Oh my gosh. She's already lost.
That's
Stop,
right.
she's
It's
already
chill,
dead.
ladies and gentlemen. Alicia Fairello. She's always chill.
Crazy. Definitely some unbridled anger under the surface of Alicia. We saw some neon face. We saw some double-handed smother asphyxiation there. Kind of wild stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, yeah, I think the match was great. Very entertaining. Yeah.
Don't sleep on the girls. They're busting out some wild
Don't
stuff.
sleep on the double-handed palm smother.
That could be a contender for submission of the night. $250 courtesy of Lala's Home Services.
So, just a reminder that we do have the most wanted rankings on the Grapple Mania page. So the more an athlete competes, the more money gets added to their bounty. As they climb up the ladder, they can win the largest amount of bounty available. If you want to place an outside hit on your favorite athlete, or make it so that everyone wants to fight your favorite or your least favorite athlete, put some money on them. So go to your outside hits, grapplemania.com.
Yeah.
And the QR code will show up from time to time on the screen tonight.
At a certain point, some people don't want to lose and some people don't want to go against the guy that's got that much prestige. So if you want to see that guy get beat, you chuck a bunch of cash on them, and then people are going to be a lot more enticed to fight them.
Yeah, we've had thousands put on athletes. So if you want to take out the money, ask your friends, family, and loved ones if you have any to put some money on you.
All right, going to our next match now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first up, purple belt. He's weighing in at 74 kilos, fighting out of Gracie Baja, Kiama. By way of Kiama, Liam Vane Tempest. And his opponent, a purple belt, weighing in at 74 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Auburn, Omar El-Hami.
Huge reception for Omar El-Hami as he enters the pit. SWA in the crowd in full effect.
You got to have balls to go against an SWA guy, because you know you're going to be facing 100 Arabs in the crowd screaming "two." That was a nice entry from Omar, straight onto the knee bar.
Wow, classic.
Inside heel hook, and Liam slips it. Now he's in Omar's close guard.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of outside leg position to inside finishes here from Omar El-Hami. Kind of that Lucas Cannard style
from Omar.
Guard play. I always love it when an athlete takes his shirt off like right before the match. It's like he's trying to surprise his opponent.
Belly down ankle lock.
Absolutely feeling that huge torque on the ankle. Huge grimace from Omar.
Omar's shaking his head.
Wow, and he just ate that.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
There could be some serious damage to that foot. There was a real grimace on Omar El-Hami's face.
I always admire the people that poker face ankle locks. Just let it break.
That was no poker face, Janice. That was pure
That was a
pain.
shaking of the head. That was like, nah.
Definitely slowed down the pace from Omar after that. He
Yeah,
came in
the
super
first 10
confident.
seconds came in really strong, about 5 attacks.
Yeah, he's definitely still launching into his attacks, but he's got to be a little bit... Ooh, inside heel hook attempt there. But Omar with the deadlier footlock.
I didn't even see what footlock that was. Belly
Gets the
down,
submission.
ankle lock. That was beautiful.
That's why you got to train your braking mechanics.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by leg lock, Omar El-Hami.
That was a very intense, short match.
Yeah, high pace, high intensity from both guys. Some serious submissions there.
Omar, take your money. Congratulations. That was a very fast match. Both of you guys were in trouble with leg locks early on. I saw at one point he had you in a belly down ankle lock. You looked over at your brother and your teammates, and were they telling you to tap? Were they looking out for you, or were they saying, no, don't tap, don't be a sissy?
Like we train in the gym, they say break your leg before you tap. So I was waiting for it to break. It wasn't on.
Didn't you actually break your leg on a previous show here?
Something like that. But I learned from it this time.
It didn't seem like you learned from it, actually. It seemed like you were about to get your leg broken, but anyway, it was worth $50 to break his leg, so well done on that.
Best $50 I've ever got.
And what was it? Was it a knee bar in the end? I couldn't really tell.
An ankle.
Straight ankle lock. You guys are straight ankle lock machines. Congratulations, Omar El-Hami, ladies and gentlemen.
Omar El-Hami getting it done. That could be a contender for escape of the night. Another bonus that we have courtesy of Lala's Home Services.
If by escape you mean he just ate it.
He just ate it.
Until the other guy let go.
Yeah, unless something more creative happens, that's the contender. So we got Lala's Home Services providing the bonuses of the night. What other sponsors do we have for Grapple Mania
We
today?
have Lala's Home Services providing for sub of the night and escape of the night. And also thanks to our other sponsors, Hariri Chickens, My Mother's Cousin, Self-Raised Bread, File Vortices, Nikki B's Sandwiches, and of course Lala's Home Services. Without you, we would not be able to have the production values we do today and give out the money we can to the athletes.
And let me just say, My Mother's Cousin, mwah, beautiful pizzas. I know my pizza, and My Mother's Cousin, pretty good pizza.
Indeed.
gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first a blue belt weighing in at 85 kilos, fighting out of SWA, Abdullah Issa. And his opponent, a purple belt weighing in at 87 kilos, fighting out of Academy 411, Isaiah Pazoglu.
All right. I've been told that there is some weight discrepancy in this match. Missed weight from Isaiah, but
I think Isaiah did have to step in at the last minute. So that does unfortunately mean that any winnings will be forfeited to Abdul.
Definitely it was announced that 85 kilos. I've got written down 77 here. Can we get some clarification on the 85 kilo matchup? Okay, I was going to say these boys are big 77 kilo athletes. Looking to connect his hands from top is Isaiah.
Yeah, trying to body lock.
Body lock through
the leg. Yeah.
Well, that'll work for you if you're heavier than your opponent, I guess.
Isaiah trying to throw. Abdul trying to throw the reap over.
Good approach here, though.
Yeah, done a good job of hopping, keeping balance, and freeing
put himself
his
in a bit of a bear trap scenario.
Yeah.
Let's see if Abdul Issa is clued onto this position. Calf slices available for him here. Entries to the second leg available here. I think he's wrongly identified it as a saddle there.
Yeah.
Found himself on bottom side control.
Abdul Issa has had a match on Grapple Mania before, defeating the much beloved Hayden Bryson. So Isaiah has competed on Grapple Mania before as well, with some success.
We've got plenty of time before points, so no real rush here on bottom to escape. He doesn't want to put himself in some sort of bad position during the escape. But you also don't want to eat too much pressure from the guy on top, so he's got to stay calm, find his little moment there to recover his guard or reverse the position here.
Yeah, he looks a bit too calm.
A little too calm, eating a lot of shoulder right now from Isaiah.
Yeah.
But Isaiah in no rush to progress his position either. We've got about 6.5 minutes left on the clock. 2.5 minutes till the points period.
I do feel like the onus is on Isaiah to start initiating some sort of action until Abdul reaches for the buggy.
He threw up a buggy choke. Was never going to finish that, but at least made some space for him.
Yeah. At least initiated some sort of movement.
Oh, we've got the Islam Makachev Das variation going on here from Isaiah.
Abdul goes belly down, dead man. Oh, this is my favorite, short man Das. I love it. Grabbing the wrists.
Big top spin there from Isaiah, but wasn't able to separate his leg from the grip
hits an Iranian
of Abdul Issa. Oh
my
huge
days!
Takedown there.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, that was unreal.
I'd be worried that Abdul's concussed from that. I felt skull hit the ground.
Trying to enter the far leg here from bottom half is Abdul Issa. Manages to get behind the knee. He's
Abdul
in a
can
Rimiyashi
keep
here.
throwing that reap over and exposing that outside heel
Dwarf
hook.
ankle lock attempt there from Abdul Issa. Doesn't manage to
Yeah, he's
stabilize the knee
locking it
line.
up now.
Now there's a little bit more of a threat.
Yeah. Isaiah's sort of dropped to a knee now.
Yeah, he actually created enough space there for Abdul Issa to throw in a reap. I think
Abdul should keep being persistent with that reap. I feel like he has a really good opportunity to attack that outside heel hook.
He's got to defend this leg drag. Isaiah's doing a good job of getting his foot behind his knee. He's going to start to look to leg drag Abdul Issa here. So Abdul needs to frame away. He needs to flare his knee, frame the armpit, and recover that leg.
Yeah, if Abdul can place both his feet on the hips, he can start pushing Isaiah's hips away and start exposing the
Inside
back.
heel hook attempt here from Isaiah, but he's put himself quite deep into the outside Ashi footlock. I think he has the right approach. I think Abdul constantly threatening between like the dwarf ankle lock and the belly down ankle lock from outside Ashi, and then when Isaiah makes space, he throws in that reap. So that's a good little dilemma there that he's creating.
I'm going to say he's doing a good job of keeping that foot on the ground. Looks like he's attempting to drive forward and crossface Abdul go
He's-
chest to chest.
He's driving forward, but because Abdul has this like overhook footlock grip, there's no back exposure. So what Isaiah needs to do is lift up the hip of Abdul. So he's going to take his right hand, scoop under the hip, and start forcing Abdul to go belly down if he has any success in slipping the foot and taking the back from there. He's got to put pressure on the neck of Abdul, get him to release that foot. Could also potentially stand out past the feet to the inside and look for some sort of wedge bolo as well. A lot of options here, but obviously when you have the threat of that footlock, the threat of the heel hook, it makes you a little bit trigger shy in order to progress your position. You're so worried about your balance.
Yeah, he's a bit, he probably feels like he's a little bit safe here, seeing as Abdul hasn't been able to create many significant off balances.
Yeah, I think in his
So
mind he has
Abdul's got
counter
the
leg lock.
reap now. I feel like Abdul, yeah, there we go. So
So we got a good scoop, little duck under pass attempt here from Isaiah. He's got to clear that De La Riva hook of Abdul though if he's going to close the distance for that pass. We're well into the points period now of this match between Isaiah Pazoglu and Abdul Issa. About 2:40 left on the clock as we restart in the center of the mat. Corner of Abdul Issa calling for more attacks.
Don't let him control your head. You lose everything if he controls your head.
Big urgency on the frames for Abdul Issa from his corner there. Interesting little
Abdul attacking
ninja
some sort of,
choke
yeah,
type thing.
I'm gonna say like an almost not an Ezekiel.
Isaiah just comfortable to inside camp here. Head down, hips in the air, staying heavy. Almost got his leg taken, but managed to keep the leg hidden there.
I think Isaiah needs to work to clear that knee shield by walking the knees to the center, passing the knee shield behind the leg so that he can actually start passing through the center of the guard.
Yeah, I'd say that Abdul Issa is like in control of this match. I think with his, especially in this rule set, he's had more initiations than Isaiah has had. So it's up to Isaiah now to really start pushing the pace. He's managed to force half guard and straight into a pass here.
Abdul turtles. Isaiah might have a claw grip. Oh, beautiful back take.
Nice chest to back now as Isaiah manages
Beautiful.
to put in
That
a
will
body
be
triangle.
points for Isaiah.
3 points on the board there. 3 fingers thrown up by Winston Hong. Not a lot of time left now. We've got 1 minute 20 seconds for Abdul Issa to try and escape this position and find a victory, but punching the rear naked strangle is Isaiah. It's got that pretty tight.
Oh, the
hand comes
the
up
hand
the top.
comes up.
And we got the victory here for the overweight Isaiah Pazoglu stepping in
Wow.
last minute.
To be honest, I actually didn't think Isaiah would take it, but pulled through at the end.
I had faith.
I thought it was kind of leaning Abdul's way.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by rear naked choke, Isaiah Pazoglu. Isaiah, congratulations, man. What a fight. There's your 50 Australian dollars. I mean, in the end, I guess you passed guard right at the end. Well, he tried to pass guard, then he turtled, then he took his bat, body lock, locked up the RNC. But what I really want to know about is when he picked you up, carried you around like a baby, and at one point looked like he was trying to paralyze himself by throwing himself headfirst into the mat. Inexplicably, in my opinion. What were you thinking as both of you hurtled towards certain paralysis?
I was praying that the structural integrity of this building was up to scratch, but they built it well. So.
I can say
Shout
that
out to Demir Build.
Serkan Demir from Demir Build did build this place, so we know that it was going to be structurally strong. And wow, what a fight, man. You came back. It looked like, I think he might have been winning a judge's decision at one point, Boy.
Yeah, he was really winning those leg entanglements, so I thought I might be going home a bit early a couple times there, but I sort of grit my teeth and stuck through it. So no, that was a really fun match. Really good.
It was a fun match. Congratulations, Isaiah Pazoglu.
Nice one. Victory from Isaiah there. Literally hundreds of people in the stream right now. Hundreds
Hundreds of
Janice.
people. That is amazing. 205.
Guys, if you've got any juicy goss, you've had any experience training with these guys that are fighting today, why don't you let us know? Tell us if you know what they're vulnerable to, what they're good at. Give us some insight on what we can expect in the upcoming matches.
Tell us some sordid tales. I want to hear all the tea. Josh Alsop is going to read out all the tea and gossip if you send us a tip.
Yeah.
So we won't read it out unless you send us a tip.
If it's interesting, I might read it. If it's a super chat, I'm guaranteed to read it. I'm obliged by law. So chuck it in the chat. All right, what do we got next? We've got Aaron Grigg and Kareem Carass. I think Kareem fighting out of Garage, I believe.
Garage Bondi.
Seems to be someone that came onto the scene as a white belt and just super active competitor.
He's about 12 feet 4, brown, Egyptian, otherwise known as a friendly giraffe. On the other hand, Aaron Grigg, I personally don't know that much about Aaron Grigg. I believe he's a new competitor to Grapple Mania, seeing if he can pass Kareem's slippery close guard.
I'm scouting the room. I'm scouting the waiting bay for the competitors here. Mean looking dude, actually. Aaron Grigg looks pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if I'm going to go for someone on a fight poster, I'll go for the one that looks the toughest or the most attractive.
An MMA
Johnny
fighter,
Yaps,
says Johnny
yeah,
Yaps.
has adjudicated some of Aaron's MMA fights, or one of Aaron's MMA fights.
I think this is going to be a real contrast in intensity levels. Like you got the MMA fighter who's going to be super gritty in your face, and I think Kareem's more of your jiu-jitsu athlete. I think he's going to be
definitely
more
the jiu-jitsu guy.
Use his long legs, stuff like that. But guys, if you want to see a particular match, or you want to be competing on Grapple Mania, make sure you register your interest. The promoters always like it if you have someone in mind that you want to compete against. So if there's someone you want to challenge, you can even chuck an outside hit on yourself if you want them to take the match, Put some money on the line. We've got a bet match later tonight between Mark Scott and Aaron Buouie. So that's the cool thing about Grapple Mania. There's no rules. You can do whatever. You want to fight someone, you call them out, you put some money on the line.
I mean, there are rules, but...
There's very limited
also,
rules.
I think we have the best held rules meeting of any competition that I've ever seen.
It's always nice to know what's going on as an athlete.
You always want to be present for our rules meeting. You show up when you get information. So guys, if you want to compete on Grapple Mania, next show will be May 23rd. I'm doing matchmaking for May... Oh, sorry.
Not May 23rd.
Not May 23rd, I'm just told. Not May 23rd. But either way, for shows in the future, you can message me, CutiePie666, or Grapple Mania on Instagram. If you're a new athlete, you must register on the website, but then send us your name, send us your weights, and what dates you'd like to compete on, and we'll get you on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first a blue belt MMA fighter, weighing in at 91 kilos, fighting out of Gracie Baja Shell Harbor by way of Gerringong, Aaron, the Art of Violence, Grigg.
I got a brother in Gerringong.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does he go to Gerringong Jiu-Jitsu? I mean,
that's a real thing, but no.
Yeah. No, I've been there.
And his opponent, a blue
Gringo
belt
Jiu-Jitsu,
giraffe-style fighter weighing in at 95 kilos, fighting out of Garage Grappling by way of Cairo, Egypt, Kareem, the friendly giraffe, Carass!
We got the friendly giraffe versus the meanest looking bloke from Shell Harbor I've ever seen.
I don't think Kareem wanted some sort of tough nickname, but I think Mark Scott gave him the more apt nickname of the friendly giraffe, and it's stuck. Kareem is also no stranger to versing MMA fighters. He had a match against Luke Stockman. He's also a pretty skilled jiu-jitsu guy for an MMA fighter. We'll see how this goes with Aaron.
Yeah, it doesn't really look to be like a
be
strength disparity here between them. Obviously, a bit of a length disparity. We got the friendly giraffe.
Friendly giraffe's got a pinch headlock from close guard.
Yeah, it looks like he's identified sort of how to use his build well and the advantages that come with that sort of length. Climbing up for a triangle now.
I think the problem is Aaron Grigg must have that classic MMA style of just constantly driving forward. So Kareem basically has no option but to take an underhook from that crossface that Aaron's Aaron's holding, and reach for a pinch headlock.
Well,
It's really hard to triangle here when someone's driving down on you like this.
That's the thing. As an MMA fighter, there's really no incentive to pass guard. You would just posture up and start throwing elbows at the guy's face, and eventually he's going to turn.
It's kind of irrelevant when it's a totally different sport.
Yeah, however, if that's his background, if that's what he's trained for, a bit of muscle memory kicking in, because he's making absolutely no attempt to posture up and pass the guard. He's kind of just
you
using
have to recognize that certain things won't do you well in certain positions. So I
That's
do
true.
see people tripoding up in closed guard and just driving forward, which means that both people are essentially stuck in that position. So the bottom can't really execute attacks very well, and the top person's not making any headway into escaping.
Look, some people aren't looking to win, Janice. Some people are looking to go home, rest their head on the pillow, and think, I would have beat that guy if this was an MMA fight.
Yeah, true.
For some, that's enough.
Just like when there's no points, like just a submission-only match, and they think, oh, I would have won if it was points.
If this was on the streets,
If this was if it was a street fight, I
all
would
that
have
broken
won for
glass,
sure.
exposed syringes on the ground.
I feel like Winston should call stalling for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's zero progress being made from either athlete. Person on bottom making no attempt to frame away, make space. Person on top just holding on for dear life.
Honestly, if Karim locked up that pinch headlock and angled his hips, he could potentially get a strangle. Locked up an arm triangle type position.
He is actually pummeling his feet inside for hooks, so there's no real attachment there from him on bottom. The person on top he's just driving in. He's just trying to put forearms.
I find it very frustrating, honestly. This style of.
Well, he absolutely thinks he's in an MMA fight. He's just pressuring in on the guy, covering the face.
The crossface doesn't serve any purpose in closed guard.
Well,
Except
look, if you can make him uncomfortable enough, and it looks like he kind of did. All right,
I bet you he shoots exactly for the same spot.
Just buries in.
Knee cut attempt there from Aaron.
Landed right in a triangle. Probably the worst place you could be against the guy.
The best place for Karim. It's probably his favorite technique.
It's not just a regular triangle. This is a hentai triangle.
A hentai triangle?
A hentai senkaku.
Oh, really? Is that like a hentai triangle? Oh, he gets the tap. Beautiful submission from Karim. Very well done.
Nice. Using his length there.
Using his hentai triangle.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by triangle, Karim Carass.
Well done.
Karim Carass, there. $50. Wow, what a fight that was. Because, I mean, for a while, it was like the most ridiculous fight I've ever seen. You started with a pinch headlock and close guard, and then he tried to cross-face you from inside close guard for 5 minutes, and I think Jack Butler was screaming he didn't like it. It was clear you didn't like it, but it's also clear he was never going to pass it that way. And then he tried the knee slice, looked like he was going to pass. You invert into a triangle, classic giraffe style. How are you feeling when you pulled that one out of the fire?
Yeah, it was heavy with the crossface, but then I thought, like, fuck it, I can just send it with my face down his neck, like Ezekiel's style. And then after that, the way he was passing it happened to be so much of training. And I've been there before where I invert and I knew the triangle was there. Once I flip around and come to the other side.
Is there anybody you want to call out next? I know you're going to the World Championships later in the year. Anybody you want to call out before that?
No one in particular. I'll fight anyone at blue belts, maybe some high belts, but depending on who it is.
He wants Mark Scott, ladies and gentlemen. He's called him out. Mark Scott versus a giraffe.
He'll fight absolutely anyone as long as they're a blue belt.
At blue belt.
But really impressive. Obviously, he managed to weather the storm. A lot of in-your-face intensity from the MMA fighter of Aaron Grigg. Weathered the storm, found his opportunity, and capitalized. So props to him.
Threw those long giraffe legs in and that long neck.
Yeah, we've got our next match. We've got Thomas Kennedy versus Hamza Ahami.
This one, I am so keen for this one.
Yeah, another guy from SWA and Hamza. So we're gonna see probably like a lot of K guard, a lot of footlocks. I don't know much about Thomas Kennedy.
I'm a bit biased because I train with Tom Kennedy, but he is a scrappy little mofo. He's only probably like 61 kilos soaking wet, skinny as Gumby as. He Gumbies out of all submissions, super tough. He competed recently, basically 8, 2 or 3 deep arm bars, guillotines. Only lost because of a DQ because he went to Reap and Aoki lock in a blue belt match, IBJJF.
Potential Kenda from Escape of the Night, maybe.
Potentially, yes. So I'm super excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first a blue belt. He's a competitive speed walker, weighing in at 62 kilos, fighting out of Rain Grappling by way of Dapto, Tom Dog, Thomas Kennedy.
I can't get my feet out.
It's so funny if you get
I can't. Okay, I got one out. Okay.
And his opponent, a blue belt, Lucas Kennard wannabe. He weighs in at 62 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Auburn, Hamza the Hustler El-Hami!
Hamza El-Hami is another one that I like to see. Always sharp, straight on the attacks. Slides into closed guard, seated guard faster than men slide into my DMs. It was almost a jumping guard there. Tommy's straight on it, just harassing the legs, circling.
I think we're going to try and, Hamza's going to try and use some outside leg position to inside finishes.
Yeah, that keymaster then trying to scoop for Tommy's left leg. Just shy of the scoop.
Got a body X, does Hamza. He's spinning underneath. Let's see if he can put the hips to the mat. Looking for a backside 50-50 entry.
Oh, got that
huge talk on the knee.
Yeah, Tommy's knees turn the opposite way to normal humans.
Exposed his back though here. Lost the knee line, almost exposed his back. It's Hamza.
Oh, Tommy's almost in a knee bar. I think the knee is free though. He's got that wedge behind Hamza's hamstrings
His
there.
hips are actually positioned right on the knee. He's going to feed that to an outside heel
outside heel hook attempt by Hamza. Tommy just slimes out of it.
Yeah, there's some serious panic from Thomas Kennedy going on.
I don't think Thomas Kennedy ever panics. Man's tough ass.
Solid guard retention straight into a triangle from Hamza.
Triangle. Not a good idea.
Unreal little catch there from Hamza.
Tommy needs to start circling towards his arm.
This is all over. I think Hamza actually made a mistake by letting him drop to his shoulder. He's got to pull his knees to his chest to keep that alignment with this.
Oh, it looks pretty deep.
Oh, the armbar. Verbal tap.
Oh, beautiful work by Hamza.
Pretty unreal performance from Hamza, actually. I think that's
it's very nice. Attack after attack, very sharp. Bad luck to Tommy. Pretty hard to eat a triangle armbar.
He must have learned that from his coach Ali
Hamza, congratulations. There's your money. That was a great triangle. You could, very hard to finish the guy. But before I get into that, SWA, it stands for Sydney Wrestling Academy, and yet every one of you pull guard immediately. What's up with that?
Not just a wrestling.
I think that
Sydney guard play.
They made the name just to trick everybody to think that we're going to wrestle with them straight away, then we all just pull guard, get them for surprise. They can never prepare for us.
Oh, now I understand. Okay, so let's get back to that triangle, because it looked like a really tight triangle. You cut the angle, you're doing everything right, pulling his head down, still wasn't tapping. Were you getting a bit frustrated at that point?
No, I was just staying patient. Just wanted to make sure I secure the position and just get the finish.
Anybody you want to call out?
I'm keen to verse anyone at 62 kilos or 66 kilos, any belt. I want to compete with the best people in Australia. One guy that I'd love to run it back with, we had a match but I fell out. I'd love to go with Michael Gallia, so Grapple Mania, let's run it.
Okay, Michael Gallia. Now I should check beforehand because you wrestle against children with mustaches. Does Michael Gallia a child with a mustache?
Nah, Michael Gallia is a well-respected man and I'd love to share the mat with him.
Okay, he won't bite. All right, congratulations, the Hustler!
Congrats to Hamza there.
Michael Gallia, if you're listening, Hamza, the Hustler, has called you out for the next Grapple Mania date. TBC, to be confirmed. What do we got next?
Coming up next, we've got someone that's been doing some promo from Grapple Mania. We got Bo, Kulick, and David Maiden. David, the chef BJJ, been cooking up meals for everyone on the card.
Oh yeah, man's cooking.
Yeah, poke bowls. We got chicken teriyaki. We got whatever. Let's see if he can cook up a submission.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
And then the chat will not shut up about
Bo
Kulick.
Kulick. I personally don't know much about Bo Kulick, but apparently the chat's going off.
Submitted some chump that I've never heard of.
Submitted Adam Jones? No, Craig Jones. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
Adam Jones is in the
huge.
crowd.
That's pretty
scouting
huge.
for scrap mounts.
He's that guy, says Von Herman 1222. So let's find out. He might be that guy, or he might get served a meal.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first up, purple belt. He's a Tarika Plata specialist weighing in at 90 kilos, fighting out of Integrate Martial Arts. By way of Melbourne, he's a national champion, Bo Kulick.
Bo Kulick entering the pit.
And his opponent, he's a purple belt. He's a flying armbar specialist weighing in at 90 kilos. Fighting out of Smooth Jiu-Jitsu by way of Calgary, Alberta. He's a full-time chef, David Maiden.
David Maiden in his cook's chef's outfit, I should say.
He's the chef, stripping down.
Yeah, this is some kind of male strip show type bit.
Nothing sexier than a line cook.
No.
Self-proclaimed flying armbar specialist. Let's see if he throws one up. Generally, I have this theory that the guy with the shorter shorts is the more athletic at jiu-jitsu, but
I wonder if the flying armbar specialist is a name like SWA stands for Sydney Wrestling Academy when it's Sydney Guard Pulling Academy.
yeah, Bo's got a real in-your-face style, pressuring David into the pit.
double leg off the pit wall.
Straight away, looking for a chin strap guillotine. Head slips out, but he's in a pretty good position. David Maiden pinned up against the wall.
Yeah, not the best spot for David Maiden. But there's still plenty of time yet left in the match. Plenty of time to pull out some tricks.
Yeah, let's see if he can saute a submission, saute an escape here. Ooh.
Oh, that looked like David hurt his own neck.
It did, but it was the right movement. It just lacked the flexibility. But now he's got a scoop on the leg. Let's see if he can get underneath, start making leg entries.
Looks like Bo might be trying to lock up a DAS here. Or is he locking up a cradle?
Yeah, I think he's got his hands connected there. So that's
This is Johnny Yap's territory.
Pretty difficult position to escape from as the bottom player.
I hate a cradle. The chef has locked up a half guard with a scoop.
Calling for a bit of atmosphere is Bo Kulick. I'd like to call for a shin cut here.
Front headlock here from Bo. Pinch headlock to a shoulder crunch attempt that slips from Bo.
Oh, interesting little wrestle up here from the chef.
Oh, puts his
But he's found
neck
himself in a
right
short
into the
DAS.
anaconda. Or the DAS, I should say.
Sous videing up a body lock takedown is David Maiden. Let's see if he can pull his opponent away from the wall in order to secure this takedown. We're approaching. Well, we still
I
got
wonder
a minute
if
and a
Bo
half
will
left
try
of
and
points period.
stir the pot by breaking free of this takedown and reversing it on
Looking
David.
for a Kimura trap was Bo. Oh, back on that front headlock. I'd probably try and pull guard with this if I was Bo, because he's obviously got the wall behind him.
Yeah! Yeah! Pull that leg up!
Oh.
Oh, the armbar's available there.
Out of the oven and into the fry pan. He's got a retained guard.
Shoulder crunch from Bo. Oh, shoulder crunch sweep coming. Beautiful. That was nice.
Let's go!
Someone just cranked up the temperature on the air fryer because he's in some heat.
Is he simmering or is he coming to a boil?
He's coming to a boil.
He's got that arm triangle locked up. The hips are dropped on the side. Is it deep enough?
Bo kind of taking that slow pressure cooking approach here.
Bo's turning into the arm triangle.
Dismounting to get the quick finish.
There's a recovery there. That's good.
Get your head off the wall.
20 seconds till points. David Maiden's in 3/4 mount on the bottom. All Bo needs to do to secure this pass is wait for the 20 seconds, then cross-face the shit out of David and free that foot and take his 3 points. Bo's just chilling here.
Bo is kind of looking for that two-hand choke on the neck. What's the colloquial term for that we use, Janice?
10-finger. The R word choke.
Yes, the retard choke. All right, so now we have Bo looking for a Kimura, it looks like.
David is struggling a bit. You can see the expression on his face. I think if Bo doesn't get this
He's got his hands connected here on the Kimura. Let's see if he's more of a crock pot or a flash fry kind of guy, if he can finish this match quickly. Instead, just uses it to pass. Oh, I think we might see a roll here for the back.
Oh, no. That would have been the perfect opportunity for David to reverse that bolo.
This guy definitely
David's digging the outside heel hook.
No
Will he get it?
though.
Knee bar attempt. Both frees the leg. David's on the back. David's going to take the back.
He's got one hook in. He's using that power half Nelson, trying to put pressure on the neck of Bo.
David might be giving Bo his just desserts.
Wants
to serve him up on a plate. He's got that cross body ride. Power half here, trying to roll Bo over. He needs the points. He needs to throw that remaining hook in.
Yeah, we've only got less than 2.5 minutes left in this match.
That should be
hook comes
points for David. How the tables have turned. Well, David's locked up the RNC. Takes his 3 points.
Real back and forth match, this one, actually. But finally, points on the board. Not long left to go.
David takes top position in a half butterfly here.
Not sure what to do with the pit. That's the thing with the pit. You can see a bit of hesitancy from some of these athletes as soon as they're faced with a guard passing situation.
To be fair, the pit does need specific practice, so it's not like a cage wall that goes 90 degrees. So I always tell athletes it's good to come in and practice on the pit in grappling education before you have your match. Gives you a big advantage.
Let's get these underhooks safe. Come on.
Minute and a half left on the microwave before we hear the ding. It's my favorite sound, actually.
The repeated beeping. Oh, into the crowd. And Bo takes mount.
Dinner and a show.
With a guillotine. Where is that? 4 points.
I think Winston thought we were in the RBGF. I think I saw a tap there, but it was after. I think it was after the reset. Oh no, I think that's it.
I think the win goes to Bo.
Yeah, wow.
That was a fun match, very back and forth.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by mounted guillotine, Bo Kulick. Sorry.
That match was a recipe for success.
I wanted to say David. I'm sorry, David. Great fight, Bo. There's some money for you. Jeez. I mean, it looked like you were winning at first. You were definitely winning. There was no points scored, but if it was a referee's decision, it was winning. And then you decided to get all fancy, and you went for the rolling back take. Classic mistake. You almost got heel hooked, got your back taken, almost got rear naked choke, and then somehow You got out of that. Tell me about what you were feeling when you were about to lose.
Never in doubt. Always know I can fight back. No matter what position I'm in, I'm ready for it.
And at one point, early in the fight, you were on top, and you were you were trying to get Asian Street Jesus to stand you up like it's an MMA fight, and you were on top.
No, I'm not standing up. Just trying to get some crowd feedback. So I'll be quiet.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was confused by that move. Anybody you want to call out?
Yes. Zach Angelki, he's got a big bounty on his head. I want that, and Adam's here. Put me on scrap mats.
Put this man on scrap mats. I think he deserves to be on there. Zach Angelki, that's a big ask. Congratulations, Kulick.
Kulick calling out for an invite to scrap mats. Well, we got the man himself. We got Adam Jones
Joined by
here.
the lovely Adam Jones, the master of scrap mats.
I didn't know whether or not I would be welcome up here after the banter we've had.
Oh, you're definitely not welcome, but still worthy to go onto the stream.
So tell us about scrap mats. It's a new thing you got going on. You're running it out of Adelaide still?
No. So the next one will be here at the back of the new freestyle MMA. It's just a lunatic idea that I had that I stole from Dan Hooker and turned it with jiu-jitsu. So
What's the actual lunacy behind it? Like, what's the main premise? What makes it different to all the other shows?
Well, it's just we encourage drinking. We encourage the guys to go crazy. You know, we want to make it fun. Try and get people that don't watch the sport.
Which is crazy because the last winner was a devout Protestant in Harrison Everett, the milkman.
Well, both the guys in the finals were very Christian. Both virgins, I imagine, too. So there was a lot of energy on the.
I mean, it is jiu-jitsu, so you could probably get not Christian or not.
They were virgins before, but after you win scrap mats.
Well, maybe. We tried to corrupt Harrison. He had one beer, but he wouldn't do anything else with us. So
Fair enough. So when's the next event?
We haven't locked in a date yet. I've got half the sponsorship money sorted, so I want to get up to six grand. All that'll go to all the competitors, bonuses for lunatics in the crowd and everything else.
So out of all the people here, who do you think is a contender that you've seen tonight?
I don't know the guy's name, but the guy back there in the Goku
Describe
outfit with the wrestling boots and a cowboy hat on.
Oh, that's Fez.
He's got scrap mats written all over it.
You haven't even seen him compete yet.
No,
it
that
doesn't
was
matter.
enough. That was enough.
Yeah, I agree.
The fella in the chef outfit was pretty classic too. Bo asked me if he could jump on before. That was pretty impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first up, purple belt wrestler weighing in at 71 kilos, fighting out of Stewie's house by way of Bendigo, Harry the Hitman Adams.
This is a dope setup in here, eh?
It's a pretty cool event. It's good atmosphere. Harry Adams, also known as the Norwood Reaper, according to some guy in the chat.
Purple belt wrestler weighing in at 71 kilos, fighting out of Academy 411 by way of Mussy. It's Simple Chris Henderson.
Simple Chris Henderson here.
I like that name.
His motto is never go full retard.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, this is such a tune. When I am... Oh, no, Slazenger.
Alright, cheeky little hand fight to start this match off.
Chris has had some good matches before on Grapple Mania. He hasn't disappointed. I'm hoping he's just getting better and better.
Double knee pads too. He's appealing to the older grappler.
Yeah, we got Harry Adams in the black trunks. We got Chris Henderson in the red. I'm being told to give Fusion a shout out. Is there anything in particular that I should? Oh, cool. So yeah, we got Fusion Fighting Championships down in Victoria, one of the top promotions here in Australia, doing jiu-jitsu, combat jiu-jitsu. It's a pretty sick event. You guys should always tune in for when Australian Grappling.
Oh, foot sweep attempt there from Harry.
Puts in some money into the promotion.
Brings him to bottom position. I appreciate the attempt though. Body lock from Chris.
Yeah, Chris has got his hands connected here. He's got to try and sprawl off one of the hooks if he's going to make use of this. His hips are quite high here, so he's not really going to start getting past the knee line.
I believe he's cleared one of the hooks already. Comes back to a standing position. I think the problem with some people trying to pass the butterfly hooks, they're too impatient to just try and jump over the hooks where the opponent can just follow them.
Yeah, you want to stay
take
low.
your time and sprawl down on the hook.
If you got your hands connected close to the hips, you want to stay low
nice
and
double from
hips
Harry.
heavy to the floor.
A single now.
Yeah.
There definitely has been some nice grappling tonight. I need to get some girls on the next scrap mats, and the one before, I think her name was Elisa, when she pushed the girl out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
That's got scrap mats written all over it.
I don't know if you saw the full scope of the finish, but she finished that from a mounted triangle with 2 hands covering the nose and mouth.
She's got a spot.
That's unreal. Although I don't know if is there a age restriction at scrap mats, because I think she's on the younger side.
Yeah, I think she might be only
maybe.
15 or 16.
Oh, jumping
I
guillotine.
love the jumping guillotine from standing.
This guy's got hops.
I want to see another Sasai attempt.
Definitely no Kani Basamis, right? That's
no
against
Kani
ADHD
Basami,
rules
no
set.
jumping close guard. Jumping submissions are permissible, but jumping above the hips only, so jumping towards the upper body.
What was the wackiest thing that we saw at the last scrap mats? If one thing comes to mind, what would it be?
Jack Butler's
the look
head.
on Jack Butler's face when he saw Harrison Everett walk in to the rules meeting. Him getting his head shaved was pretty out there.
Why? What did Harrison? Why was he? Why did he have a look on his face when Harrison walked in?
Because he didn't know Harrison was in there, so I don't think he expected. Yeah, he was a late entry.
Oh.
Yes,
you lull them all into a false sense of security.
You never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So
the feared and revered Harrison Everett.
He wouldn't wear my friend made a barbed wire crown.
Oh, that looked
he would
hard.
Not wear it.
That's blasphemy, man.
Yeah, but that's blasphemous. Yeah. But I like that. That's such a blasphemous symbol. Looks so good.
The only sinning Harrison does is what he does to the opponents on a mat.
Yes.
That's as far as it gets. Have we got a triangle here?
Man, that triangle from the giraffe fella before was very slick.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, armbar there from Chris.
Oh, verbal tap. It sounded like a verbal tap.
No, I think someone in the audience. Oh, good escapes from Harry.
That'll do it.
Oh, that's fully hyperextended.
Oh, God.
Very tough from Harry.
This could be the escape of the night if he gets out of this.
He needs to keep circling, keep turning his thumb down.
Wow.
Oh, that is a contender for escape of the night.
There we go. Harry Adams making a note. Escape of the night there.
What's the wackiest stuff you've seen here, besides their headbutts with the ceiling?
Wacky stuff.
Good question. The wackiest thing.
Bobby Sandhu sober or something? Or?
Fez being here is pretty crazy.
Is there something about Indians that's wacky? Inherently wacky?
Just Bobby Sandhu.
Yeah, Bobby's a character. Yeah, I don't know. Wacky. We've seen. Yeah, there's lots of blood that's happened.
I tend to forget events. Every match that's over, I tend to forget. So I think wacky stuff just gets replaced by other wacky stuff, and then furthermore burned out of my memory. That's the butterfly hooks here. Chris locking up close guard and a pinch headlock from close guard.
We're into the points period now. Nothing on the board yet, but we might see the athletes start turning it up a little bit.
I like the sponsor that puts the money up and they get to choose, and it keeps going up.
Yeah. So that's Lala's Home Services. So if you need your house cleaned, hit up Lala's Home Services.
I guess the good thing about that is you could just keep saying you're adding money, and you just never have a favourite match, and you never have to pay it.
Yeah, and then like maybe one of your offspring just jumps in and then has a really sick match, and then
that'll be the one.
There's kind of a lot happening and nothing happening at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's being attacked here.
I think that's sometimes the case when you get
backside.
two relatively equally skilled opponents.
Yeah.
Outside Ashy here, digging for the heel. Oh, he's got a bite on it.
Has he lost it or he's still got it?
He's lost it.
Should
Now it
change
looks
to
like
a
he's attacking a
belly
straight
down
full lock.
ankle lock. Yeah. Yeah, he's got the ankle lock.
Putting his hips in now.
Will Harry survive for the second time? Harry's gonna take a dig on his own, I think.
Someone in the chat wondering when we're going to see the return of Janice as a competitor on Grapple Mania.
Who said that? Someone paid for that?
A Scramble fan.
Wow, Jordan Lure, no. Jordan Lure sent us $2 and he's saying wearing a crown of thorns is not blasphemy or heresy.
Fuck, I can't even believe that guy can have a normal social interaction, eh?
I don't think this
I don't
counts
think
as a
that
normal
was that.
social interaction. This is the most social it gets on a chat stream.
He comments the same on 4chan or Reddit, eh?
Yeah, whatever conversation you've had with him, he's had a million times.
The funny thing is, I relate so well to Jordan Lure. I should feel worried for myself.
Jordan, can we get a definition of blasphemy and heresy? Thank you.
Who's this? Nom VS. Who is that? Nishil half guard.
Only a minute left on this match and no points on the board. We've got to see a little bit more urgency from these guys if they want to get their hand raised at the end of the match. I think it could go either way.
I mean, it looks like Harry's reaching for the guillotine here from top half guard.
Actually, we had a pretty
That's good to start a scramble.
solid armbar attempt earlier from Chris.
Yeah.
So he's probably in the lead here.
Seems like Harry's a north-south, a front headlock kind of guy.
Back into the standing are both athletes. Good position for either of them to get those points on the board. I would be increasing the intensity shooting if I was here. Remember, this is about initiations. So if you can pull out a few shots here before the end of the match.
There's a shot from Harry. It was stuffed by Chris.
Time.
Nice match.
I'd probably give it the highlight of that match, the armbar attempt. That was probably the most significant moment.
That was sick. That was so sick.
I love watching multiple armbar escapes.
Solid defense though. Remember, we've got an escape of the night bonus
Very nice.
today.
Simple Chris Henderson.
What a pleasure.
Pleasure to see
What a
you,
pleasure,
Adam.
Good to
Now
see
that
you.
I'm up here, we can finally get that roll in, all right?
It's been 6 years in the making.
6 years in the making. I still think they
Simple
were trying to
Chris,
stitch me up, but it's all good.
$70 for you. That was a really great, high-level purple belt match. Very good stuff. I mean, they call you Simple Chris, but some of the stuff you were doing was pretty complicated. You went for a low single a couple of times. You got to his back. Then you got into a sick armbar that looked really like his arm had broken almost. Everybody, those poor children over there, they were screaming for him to tap, but he wouldn't. And then somehow he got out. How did that feel when he got out of that armbar?
He wasn't on. He had.
I thought that wasn't on. Okay.
It was more like a rotating cuff attack, but it wasn't on.
Okay, Simple Chris, more of an expert than I expected. Anybody you want to call out? Not right now. Just get back to me on that one, Chris. Maybe next time you win on Grapple Mania, be prepared, bro. This is your chance. He's 3-0. Who wants a piece of Chris Henderson? That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats, man.
All right. So moving on from that match, we got Jimmy Fawcett saying "boo" from China. Clearly got a VPN if he's watching this from there. And Jordan Lure actually giving the definition of blasphemy and heresy.
I have to read it out. Blasphemy is to act out against God. Heresy is an incorrect belief that contradicts God. This is too long. You have to send us another $5 to read the rest of it.
Coming up next, we got Alex Folin versus Abdullah Deef. This is an exciting one. I have this underlined because Abdullah Deef always puts on a show. One of the most athletic guys we've got. We're going to see suplexes. We're going to see submission escapes. We're going to see cartwheels, wrestling.
Abdullah Deef can make boring competitors interesting.
And then I know nothing about his opponent. Anyone have any insight on Alex Folin?
He is also an MMA guy, and Johnny has also called some of his fights. That's all we know. MMA should bring a high-intensity style, hopefully not grinding forward from close guard.
That's what it's been so far, so hopefully we can see some justice for the MMA fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight of the evening. Introducing first a purple belt MMA fighter, weighing in at 73 kilos, fighting out of freestyle MMA by way of Dapto, Alex, the Average Fowlin. And his opponent, a blue belt snow bunny style fighter, weighing in at 74 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Auburn, Abdullah Chief D.
Here we go. Straight away, high intensity, trading collar ties.
Head to head.
We're going to see some epic wrestling here. Big, strong collar ties. Loving it. Love the aggression. Want some slaps.
Yeah, not afraid to go forehead to forehead of these guys.
Got to say one thing I love about Abdullah. He's always pushing forwards. Every match I watch. Look.
Oh, beautiful Sasai.
Yes.
Into a front headlock for Abdullah.
I think Abdullah calls that the trippy thing with the leg. I think that's
It is a
his name
trippy
for
thing
it.
with the leg. It's very accurately named.
Yep, that's it.
Abdullah's doing a good job of keeping his chest over the back of Alex, repeatedly dragging him down when Alex tries to posture up.
Yeah, he's got to keep him on his elbows so that he can start getting behind those elbows and eventually behind the hips. But Alex pulls half guard from this.
Abdullah likes the seated Garagatami, so he's lost his grip there. Straight into a knee cut. He gets reversed by Alex and then reversed by Abdullah again.
Strong claw grip here, though, from Alex. Using like a handcuff grip here.
Yeah, he's got that.
With the Kosoda hook, I think he's going to come up and get behind Deef. Wow, huge moment. Throwing hooks in straight away. This guy's not just an MMA fighter, folks.
Using that.
Oh, he needs to
pesky
study diagonal control, though.
Cuff.
Kimura trap, but loses it. And a little moment of complacency here has put him out of position. Abdullah Deef locking onto that front headlock. Straight away.
Peruvian necktie. I want to see that again. It's one of my favorite submissions of all time. Abdullah needed to get a little bit more perpendicular. He was a bit square, so he fell off. Now he's in the closed guard.
Alright, now we're getting a bit of that grindy MMA style.
This has been very good, very back and forth. It could go either way, I believe. We'll see how Alex fares with his closed guard.
2 minutes deep at this point.
Overhook from Abdullah. He working to attack triangles. Looks like Alex has a body lock. Like a very deep grip.
Yeah, let's see what kind of close guard game that Abdullah Deef has. I don't think we've seen him play much close guard in this arena.
No, but taking a body lock type grip in close guard's never really a good idea.
Yeah, Alex isn't taking many chances in this position. I think he's just actually locking him down here.
I mean, he should take chances because he's been doing well. He hasn't. He's been able to. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a few things that were pretty high IQ.
Yeah, that was pass there. Abdullah just does a very good job of not allowing the position.
I think he rushed that a little bit. I think he could have put a bit more pressure on the hips and thrown in a hook as Abdullah was turning to his
Needed
knees.
to take some time consolidating the position, but nearly had it. And taking this handcuff and the turtle on Abdullah is actually giving him a lot of trouble. Taking a claw.
Really utilizing that claw grip.
Yeah,
really nice
beautiful.
back taking from Alex.
Yeah. The claw is actually an amazing grip.
Again,
I feel like
this is
it's
where that diagonal
underrated.
control would come in. Alex, if you're watching this in post, go study some diagonal control. You could find that on the Secret Kumite Patreon. of good aerial to back content on there. He's still got that handcuff. Again, what he used
the
earlier.
handcuff is actually
He's using that handcuff
giving
with
a
the
lot of
Kosoda
trouble.
hook to start building up to his knees and create back exposure. That's really cool. I think that's very high IQ from him.
Points.
I think it's really cool that you love talking about Kosoda hooks.
That's the word. That's the name of that move.
I gotta say, MMA
Coyote half
fighters
guard.
used to handcuff more than jiu-jitsu guys. Like
Yeah, I absolutely find it aggravating. But this guy's actually using it to progress, so I feel like he's doing a really good job with it.
I think it's very underutilized. I think jiu-jitsu guys are much more likely to jump on seatbelts and accept bottom position with the back, whereas MMA guys are much more likely to use that handcuff and try and keep the back from top position or go to mount.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times it's just used poorly in jiu-jitsu when they just use it and stall, so they don't advance from there. Whereas MMA fighters, I would say, use it largely to strike, but this guy's actually basically controlling the exchanges with it.
I wouldn't mind him throwing in some smothers while he has that handcuff, honestly.
Oh, we always want to see a smother. Sometimes people don't think of it, they're just not mean enough. They don't intend to demean their partner.
Is smothering legal in MMA?
Surely it is.
Yeah,
surely it is, right?
You'd think so, but maybe with the gloves, you know?
Yeah, you probably can't smother that well.
It's just rude. It's just rude.
Yeah, it's not like anything's going to hurt you with it, aside from your feelings. Is that double hooks for Alex?
We're no double
Abdullah's
hooks for
freed
Alex,
his
but
hips.
we are in the points period now, so this is where you want to see a bit more urgency with actually establishing those hooks.
I think Abdullah is actually falling a bit behind, so he'll need to really push for the submission or push for the points.
Bit of crap right here from the MMA fighter.
Oh, beautiful. Mid-air spin from Abdullah to take top position.
Like a cat.
That was nice. Abdullah can take advantage of this turtle. There's a lot of darces, there's a lot of front headlock strangles he can go for.
Yeah, a bit of a tempo switch.
Yeah, Alex kind of just stopped.
Yeah,
he just stopped in turtle.
Maybe he got a bit tired there, lost his composure, but that's 3 points on the
That's
board
3
for
points
Deep.
for Abdullah.
Not a lot of time.
Abdullah's punching the strangles of the RNC. Abdullah, oh, Alex needs to keep fighting the grips, but he also needs to try and start misaligning his hips and walking over that hook. Makes his escape, but now he's in a half guard.
Here from Deef, he's going to start turning those knees away if he's going to free his knee line and pass. Ooh, big super chat there. $31 from
nice
George Hates Work.
knee caught to a mount from Abdullah. Abdullah takes 3 points.
George Hates Work. I'm donating to the Mark Scott Susie Wong Fund. Only give it to him if he wins.
2 gentlemen back standing.
1 minute remaining here. Obviously, we got Deep in the lead, but back in standing
Alex
position.
needs the points, or he needs to sub. Man needs to send it.
Pushing him up into the cage.
Abdullah walking up the wall. I want to see what happens. I want to see someone go flying.
I'd be a lot more nervous if I was in the crowd right now.
Was that a jumping armbar attempt? Ends up in bottom half guard. Abdullah passing again.
He's in that dope mount position.
Beautiful
Big
pass.
explosive bridge there on bottom.
Very explosive from Alex.
Time there.
That was an excellent
comeback
match.
there from Abdullah Deep. He was all defense.
Yeah.
And then managed to get his moment, tempo switch, and then he was
Very
in charge for the
nice.
rest of the match. Props to him.
The interesting thing was that neither man really strongly got the upper hand. So it was very, very back and forth. I feel like neither one really allowed the position. They always recovered well and
Ladies and
reversed.
gentlemen, your winner by points, Abdullah. Chief.
Props to Alex though. Alex showed that he's not just a MMA guy. He had some cool jiu-jitsu there. He had some really interesting.
Yeah, he had some solid techniques.
Really interesting approach from a few positions. So good on him.
Abdullah, you want to come over here amongst your peeps? Actually, this guy behind you, I think he's looking for somebody for one of his competitions. This is probably your man. He always puts on a great fight. Abdullah Chief Deep, how are you feeling out there today?
First of all, alhamdulillah. I just want to say what an absolute honor and pleasure it is for you guys to have me here again.
Thank you.
And next, if Adam Jones really wants me on his event, on his scrap mats, well, if I lose my hair saying Habib.
Adam Jones just walked out. He was so disgusted with that match, he walked away. Can you believe that? No, I think he might be hanging around. I think absolutely he should be looking for you. You and Jack Butler, I'd like to see a rematch of that match, actually. That was fantastic. Anybody else you'd want to fight?
I don't think anyone's worth me calling their name, to be honest with you.
Humble as always, Abdullah Chief D.
Chief D, getting it done, hot on the mic.
Always has something worthwhile to say
quickly,
on the mic.
do we have a sweater of the night bonus? I don't know if the camera can pan over to Ali Elkir there, but
I saw he looks like he's wearing a
guy.
Christmas sweater. I thought you meant a sweater as in a person who's sweating the most.
Oh, that was that
Like, I don't
MMA
think we can
fighter
pick
earlier.
a winner. He just looks sweaty because he's bald.
They do shine. All right, so what's cool is on the next match, we got $369 on the line.
Nice.
That could be the biggest prize pool in Australian Jiu-Jitsu history.
It probably is on the greatest show in Australian and universal history.
We've got Amina Abdullah and Amaris Villanova, maybe, if that's how you say it.
Amaris. Amaris.
And yeah, $369. So that's always going to raise the stakes. That's going to increase the intensity. No one wants to pass up on that chance on that kind of money. So yeah. Cleaning up the sweat on the mats as we approach the next match.
Isaiah Boberg. He didn't donate money, but he says, "Hi Janice, hi Josh." I just had to read that one. It's so heartwarming. He's my friend from England. Jordan Lure is complaining that we didn't read the rest of his messages, but it was too long, and I also can't read English.
He said disability is to replace your hairline with a head tattoo.
My hairline?
I think he just means anyone's hairline, if in that context, maybe himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first up, purple belt. She's a nice style fighter, weighing in at 69 kilos, fighting out of Synergy by way of Wollongong. She's a Pan-Pac champion, Amina the Meanie Abdullah. And her opponent, an orange belt all-rounder, weighing in at 69 kilos, fighting out of SJJ, St. Ives, and SWA by way of Pimble, Amaris Villanueva.
I just heard that she was an orange belt. So
Yeah, she is a young competitor.
not even a juvenile. That's a child.
Maybe
so
15.
She's got to be younger than 15 to be an orange
She
belt.
is an animal, though. She rolls like every round is a fight. It's very hard to deal with. She'll go straight on the attack.
I think I've definitely seen Amina in a gi before, so that explains she's playing like outside leg position guards, utilizing the De La Hiva here, but falling back on a straight
Sitting
foot lock.
back for a leg lock with the reap.
That's the element of surprise you see from an orange belt. You're not expecting them to throw down a leg lock, but she's ended up in
This
a
is
chest-to-chest
Grapple
half
Mania.
guard.
Anything can happen.
Passing over the head, front headlock here for Amina. Looking to go behind. Huge scramble.
Oh, that was a sit out.
Pinned on bottom here is Amina.
Morris needs to punch a crossface. Really try and turn Amina's head and secure that chest to chest.
I think she's using that gable grip quite well to put a crossface in play. She's flattened the shoulders of Mina
looks
again.
strong now. Mina's
got to build those
basically
frames.
pin.
Now, a lot of people think they're trying to like push the neck away. Here, you want to use your arm to frame the hips away. That's how you're going to stop a lot of pressure being put down on you by the shoulder. She's got to use that left frame on the hip, bone on bone frame, and from there she's got to start making space and recovering her guard.
I think Amaris is going to attack that figure 4. Maybe a Kimura.
The hands are all out of position.
Oh, the
here
armbar.
Tap.
Oh, that was a tap.
Ooh.
I hear people screaming in the crowd. I couldn't tell whether it's tapping or children crying.
That was a result of Amina having her hands out of position there when she was on bottom side control. So, got to work on those frames.
Winner by
but good performance by
Amaris Villanova.
Amaris goes home $369 richer.
Yeah, huge.
I didn't see that money till I was 24.
You still haven't.
That was a pretty impressive display. You had, in her corner, she had the current world champion and current European champion coaching her. Did you realize that? Was that a little intimidating?
No.
You don't give a shit about stuff like that, do you? No. And you're an orange belt? What year are you in?
Year 10.
Year 10. This isn't intimidating for you at all?
Nah.
She's just built that way. Ladies and gentlemen, Amaris Villanueva. You got somebody to call out?
Can I say something? Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors. Omni, all my sponsors there. Omni, SJ, SWA, what else? Combat Wear, what else? And Infinite Performance, and my coaches. Thank you.
Awesome. That's a lot of sponsors. Congratulations.
Amaris would like to thank her sponsors or whatever, and also shut up, Mum.
Next up, we have Ben Moses versus Fezkilis Moambda. Now, Josh Alsop, I hear you have some solid lore on Fez. Would you like to tell us about it?
If there was a Deadpool variant from Bangladesh, it would be this man. His superpower are a chiseled jawline, cussing out bigots, and having multiple bro friends. He is your friendly neighborhood mat enforcer. He is Visual Healings.
Look, when you told me about this guy, at first, I had never heard of him before. And then you told me maybe like 13 years ago on Facebook, there was this one guy who wears a wrestling outfit to jiu-jitsu matches and rocks up in a pink gi. And I was like, oh my days, I remember him. I vaguely remember him.
Look, you're about to see him step onto the mat, but he is currently wearing a wrestling singlet, a cowboy hat, and a stern look. He's ready to go. He's making his debut after I don't even know how many years.
Dragon Ball Z wrestling singlet.
And he's chosen
7
a
years,
bold
apparently.
opponent in Ben Moses, who's nothing to be trifled with.
No, not at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first a blue belt ghillie jumper, weighing in at 81 kilos, fighting out of KPS by way of Jakshin Bazar, Bangladesh. The Bangladeshi Wolverine, Fezculiz Moambda.
A blue belt of 13 years, by the way. He's had a long layoff. Oh my God, yes, he's blessed me with his hat.
Wow. Oh, he has got the full wrestling gear on.
Oh my God, that's
This is
fantastic.
epic.
And his opponent, a purple belt bitch ass guard puller, weighing in at 81 kilos, fighting out of Grappling Education by way of Brighton Sands. He's a Grappling Industries bronze medalist, Ben the Prophet Moses.
Ben Moses, a veteran of Grapple Mania, probably his 10th appearance, something like that.
This is Ben's first match since he had his knee surgery late last year. I have been expecting this match to be glazing Ben, but now I've seen Fez is back, dressed in his full wrestling suit. Back
Wrestling
after
shoes on, by the
7
way.
years, wrestling shoes as well. And I think we can't stop talking about Fez, who's now pinned in side control.
I think he wants to be there, actually.
Of
I think
course
if
he
he's
does.
there, it's of his own volition. It's all part of a greater plan.
We'd like to think that.
Wrestling up with an underhook, but
Ben's
found
digging
himself
for
in a
the
Kimura.
Kimura.
It's all right. It's part of the plan.
Oh, that was part of, I don't know.
He's
I've
actually
never
just-
seen Ben hit a Kimura before in my life.
Fez is actually just setting up a
Ladies and
rematch.
gentlemen,
It's
your
all
winner
part of
by
the build-up.
Kimura, the Prophet Ben Moses.
Ben prophesized this plan.
Nevertheless, a winner in our hearts. It's so good to see
Ben
Fez
Moses.
Yes.
on the scene.
Unbelievable
I agree,
stuff.
I agree.
Arm drag to the takedown, and then you quickly got up. Well, you attempted a darce, but obviously you haven't paid attention to anything I've told you over the last 4 years. And then you got him in a Kimura. How did that feel out there?
Pretty good, good to wrestle. Yeah, change it up a bit, you know what I mean? But instead of just sitting on my ass, it's good change.
Yeah, you might have to have a new nickname. And this is the first one back after a knee injury, is that right? Because you had an injury, you had a long layoff, you were a regular competitor, and were you nervous coming out here?
Yeah, I was a bit nervous about my knee. It's been like 6 months since I've competed after my surgery, but it feels good to get back.
Anyone you want to call out?
Nah, no one want to call out. I just want to thank everyone who pushes me to be a better person. Honestly, everyone in my life who does that.
Is there anybody here who pushes Ben to be a better person? I can't think of anybody who does that.
Everyone from GE represent. That's it.
All right, GE in the house. Ben Moses, ladies and gentlemen.
Obviously, a bit of a layoff for Ben Moses after an injury, but
But 6
remember,
months compared to 7
a decade
years.
of a layoff from
I
Fez.
do applaud someone coming back to competing and training, or like, I'm not sure if he hasn't been training, but coming back to competing after that long. Like, frankly, I thought Fez was dead. But I'm glad that he isn't.
He's not. He's back. He's, I don't know if better than ever is the right word, but you got to train, right? If you're going to compete against people that are young and hungry and motivated and active, you got to train.
Of course. Despite that, Fez might have earned himself an automatic spot on Adam Jones's scrap mats just by his outfit alone.
100%, he deserves it.
Yeah, so maybe you don't have to train.
He's more of a 1-minute fighter, let's be real.
So next match we have coming up, Oliver Vicata versus Nick Tavaniti, two massive dudes.
Yeah.
So once again, we will please have faith in the structural integrity of this gym and this pit. Every day we pray that the floors won't collapse.
I always wonder how someone that can train that much can remain that big.
It's a lot of
KFC.
a lot of calories.
It's KFC.
Yeah.
Or it's Hariri Chickens, the best charcoal chicken in Kogra.
Or my mother's cousin, authentic pizza, pasta, and more.
I saw an ad for Nikki B Sandwich Shop earlier, and those burgers look good. I might be heading there after this.
That is a good idea. Everyone head to Nikki B's Sandwich Shop, Hariri Chickens, or My Mother's Cousin for a feed after the show. Nikki B actually trains at the gym. He's a white belt. His first time training at the gym, he just wore some random brown belt. And I totally admire the G grapplers that just wear any colored belt. Nobody
let's see
cares.
some big boy scrap.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of big boys coming up. So if you're in the front row, you're taking your life into your own hands. I'm just warning you now. Introducing first a blue belt sumo wrestler weighing in at 145 kilos, fighting out of Parramatta Jiu-Jitsu, Oliver, the human tidal wave, Taki Vicata.
I just saw the look on Nick's face when they read it 145 kilos.
45 kilos.
It was a visible flinch.
It psychs your opponent out just to hear the weight read.
Blue belt, he's a specialist guard puller weighing in at 105 kilos, fighting out of SWA, Nick Tavaniti.
Nick entering the mats, Oliver meditating or conserving energy. I'm sure we're going to see a bit of wrestling.
He has enough energy to conserve for maybe a year or two.
I think he stores it in his ass.
He has got a big bunda.
Like a camel that holds water in its hump. He is storing energy in his hips. All right, little hand fight here, little feeling out process from both athletes. The smallest level change I've ever seen from all.
Imagine being probably Nick's size, probably the biggest guy in your gym, and Oliver is still like 30 or 40 kilos heavier than you. It's crazy.
A lot of
He's
tape.
a mountain of a man.
A lot of tape on the leg of Nick. I wonder if that's going to play a factor in this match. Looks like maybe some sort of calf strain.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Oliver's known for leg attacks. One thing people should be aware of Oliver is that he's actually extremely technical. And he has a gas tank. So I think one mistake that some people make is to think that because he's such a big guy, he's going to gas out. Or he's just going to have big man jiu-jitsu and just, drive forward. But he's actually got some really technical throws and he doesn't get tired.
I think he's just always a little bit tired. He's like
He's just constant state of
he's
tiredness.
like the Hulk. The secret is I'm always tired.
Yeah. But he's just used to it.
I would like to see a little bit more like snap downs from Nick. I feel like if he can kind of put Oliver's center of gravity over his toes, that's where he's going to start having success in this wrestling exchange.
It's a hard work to put that man's center of gravity all over his toes.
I actually don't know where it is. It could be anywhere.
You'd have to move it about a meter.
Also with like heavier guys, it's kind of a good play to like use like a slide ashy, pull straight to inside.
The lat
huge
drop.
slash
Beautiful.
drop. Leg trippy thing.
The leg trippy thing with a roll. Oliver's known for that. He's very good at it. But he didn't consolidate the pin. So he just let Nick come up.
Wouldn't really matter at this point. No points in the first half of the match if you're not familiar with the ADHD rule set at Grapple Mania.
But I mean, if you're Oliver, you want to be on top, making your opponent feel your girth.
Excuse me?
You know what I said. Jordan Lord donated, sent us $2 saying, fat in hips is healthier than visceral. Peak genetics. Yes, for a woman.
Jordan Lure, no stranger to visceral fat, so I'm going to take his word for it. We're at the 5-minute mark here at Grapple Mania. Nick
I spend a lot of time awake thinking about things such as, if I was a small opponent fighting someone Oliver's size, what would be the correct tactic? to defeat him?
You do not let them get past your shins.
I have not answered the question, but you can answer the question.
Yeah, I would say if you're on bottom position, you definitely don't want to let someone get past your leg frames.
So you would take bottom, but you would pull guard.
I personally would pull guard against someone that outweighed me by 70 kilos.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's a smaller weight disparity, I think like the difference between 100 and 145 is not as significant as you think.
Nice.
Because generally, like to be 145, you're not exactly the leanest. So unless you're in a pin, then you're going to feel it. But in a stand-up exchange, like.
But still, that is 145 kilos of weight that you have to push.
Yeah, you got to start using it against them. You got to start doing like drags into single legs. You got to start looking at like lots of snap downs, lots of like guard pulls, intermediate sweeps and wrestle ups. You just don't want to go full force directly into their weight. You want to go around the weight. Sweep singles are another good one because you can easily turn that into some sort of like half guard attack. But if I was like actually going to wrestle a guy that had that much size on me, I'd be trying to wrestle from behind. I'd be trying to like use my shots to get behind.
Yeah, the duck
double legs
unders.
from behind, kicking the legs out from behind, all that sort of stuff.
At the moment, that's a nice shot to the single leg.
Chopping at the legs is all about.
Yeah. I'm keen to see what Nick's strategy is going to be.
Look, we're into the points period now, so the next takedown could seal the result of the match.
Oliver's already had one takedown, and he's sort of biding his time. He's not rushing.
You know what Oliver's underutilizing is the pit. Like if he can just lean on Nick and put him into the pit.
Yeah, that's a long way though. That's a big walk.
But see what I mean?
Here
Look,
we go. Yeah.
I think he heard me.
He's
smiling.
smiling.
Didn't realize I was being this loud.
Yeah, he's gonna shuck with that underhook.
There you go. Nick heard me too.
Takes that
Sweet
shot
single.
again. I'm not sure if that single is a good tactic for someone. Oliver's size on the bottom heavy like Oliver.
No, definitely. You want to use a takedown that gets behind him. So obviously he's going to sprawl on you, but if you're in a single,
that low.
You can circle out. There you go. Big sweep single there, coming up to the body lock. Huge throw attempt there from Oliver. I think he's
just pushing him now.
He needs to start cutting Nick off a little bit. I think that's where his success is going to be. Circling, cutting him off on the wall. And then if Nick starts to like drastically circle out, there's his Sasai, there's his lat drop. But you need to get that reaction. You need that little push-pull battle. Even here, I think Nick should do the same thing. If he gets Oliver off balance, he should keep him off balance, push him into the pit.
I think a duck under is actually a safe way to go. Or like a slide by to get to the back.
Not long left in the match. I can't see the scoreboard, but I imagine it's about 1 minute and 20 seconds, if I was to guess.
I'm actually glad that, I'm definitely glad that we banned things like jumping close guard. Because just think, if you're facing someone twice your size, there's nothing saying that they can't jump into close guard on you. Imagine this man jumping into your knees.
1 minute.
I can't even comprehend it.
I lie awake and think about these things. I'm like not joking.
There you go. Strong underhook here for Nick. Let's see if he can utilize it with the limited time he's got. Oh, huge takedown there from
Beautiful.
Nick.
Oliver gets to his feet. Oh!
Big reversal, but he ends up
that
on bottom.
That was nice.
And that's the disadvantage of being that size. You can't pop up quickly enough. Huge moment for Nick.
Nick gets the 2
sealing
points.
his victory in the final moments of the match.
20 seconds to go.
Look, at this point, it's slow dancing in a burning room for Oliver. Unless he makes something happen, he's just wasting time. Falling back on a leg is Nick. Even if smart strategy, because even if he ended up on bottom there, no
nice
points scored.
match. The SWA crowd goes wild, as per usual.
See, funny thing about Jiu-Jitsu, if those guys weighed like 60 kilos, it would have been the most boring match ever.
Your winner on points, Nick Tavaniti!
I think because they're heavy, it's exciting because you expect no less.
It's the nervous energy in
Yeah.
everyone watching.
Yeah,
I
but you
think.
don't expect a lot to happen. So if you see one thing happen, it makes it exciting.
Here's your money, Nick. Oliver's been on the show a few times. Nobody, as far as I can remember, has ever taken him down. And to be honest, it didn't look like you were going to take him down for about 7.5 minutes there. What was it that you managed to do in the end to take him down?
I think you just got more tired than me.
Well, I don't think it's just that. He's 145 kilos, man. It's more than just being tired.
Just, working my underhooks, trying to clear his collar ties. That's it.
Okay, very humble man. Is there anybody you want to call out?
I don't care.
He doesn't care. I know somebody who may want to have a match with you. Do you know Serkan Demir? Have you heard that name?
Yeah.
What do you think of a match like that?
If he wants, we can do it, yeah.
I don't know if he wants it. I'm just making that up. Congratulations, Nick.
Congratulations, Nick from SWA. Moving on to our next match. A cool one. We got Connor Polias versus Zaki and Angelki. I always struggle with that.
Angelevsky.
Angelevsky, that's the one. So we got two up-and-coming athletes. I talked about it earlier. Zach has obviously already established himself as a trailblazer. He's just absolutely smashing it on the local scene. And then Connor kind of just had a bit of a breakthrough moment. He managed to edge out a victory at Subversion. Some say controversial victory, but still a good performance.
Connor's actually Connor's a dark horse because he is underrated. He actually had the fastest submission, outside heel hook submission on Grapple Mania, maybe like 13 seconds or something like that.
That's right.
Maybe
got
less.
An inside heel hook,
yeah, he's had it at least twice, the outside heel hook.
And he
competes. He takes any match, so he's pretty game. You ask him for a match and he'll take it.
He's also trained at some of the best gyms. We're talking Attar, we're talking AOJ. He's spent the time investing in his knowledge.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, introducing first a brown belt Tai Chi fighter. Weighing in at 80 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Padstow Heights. He's the Angel of Death, Zach Angelevsky. And his opponent, a purple belt all-rounder weighing in at 80 kilos, fighting out of Grappling Education, Connor, the Shire Boy, Polias.
Looking in, I would say Connor kind of looks like he's maybe given up a bit of size here to Zaki. Zaki probably cut a little bit of weight.
I thought you were going to say Connor's given up on life. Oh, straight into the flying triangle. I knew he was going to do this. But I actually think it's a pretty good strategy to use against someone that's pretty chill in the seated guard.
If you're a Greek, you throw up a flying triangle, and who knows what happens. Well, he's attacking the foot. Bowl game against Zaki. That's his specialty there.
Oh, knee cut from Connor. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, he's ended up in...
This is a melee. He's got that ankle lace position.
Yeah, Zaki's already attached to a clover. I don't know if he has the full... Yeah,
oh,
he
the
does.
heel hook from Zaki. Zaki gets the tap. That was a valiant effort from Connor.
Look, not a lot of people
straight into the attacks from the
figured
start.
out the puzzle that is Zaki. He's just
also not a lot of people are game to try.
The Angel of Death, Zach Angelevsky.
You know what? I want to see a rematch. I want to see Claudio.
Yeah, I asked Claudio if he
Margioni
wanted to
versus Zaki
step
again.
in. Yeah, that would be a good one.
I think that was a relatively close match that we saw at Grappling Industries.
$130.
It would be cool to see it play out in this arena.
I was talking to your dad before. He said at brown belt, you're 57-0, and no one has scored a point against you. Sounds like you should be a black belt.
I want to go to America and compete at brown belt first.
Oh, you're sandbagger. Gotcha. I knew there was something going on. That was another incredible thing. I think Connor thought, screw it, I'm going to try to score a point. I'm going to go with flying triangle. Looked like he had you in a bit of trouble for a second.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. It took me off guard. It's cool. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Anybody you want to call out?
Not call out, but any of the matches that were going to happen and didn't, I'd like to have them again, eventually.
Well, who is that then? First it was... Anyone can fight him. Boris, come on. Zach wants him. All right. Congrats, man.
Good suggestion in the chat there for Zaki, young James Watson. We've been hearing a lot about him coming out of Adelaide. I think that makes sense. We got 2 brown belts, young guys. I think Zaki's only like 19, 20 years old, if that.
Yeah, James Watson, if you're watching, you want to fly over to Sydney and compete on Grapple Mania. I'm sure Zaki would love to take the match. Or someone would.
I would say it's unfair to call Zaki a sandbagger. He's a young kid. He competes all the time. You know, it wasn't that long ago that he won blue belt worlds. So
yeah, I think it's much better to delay the belt than give the belt too soon.
Oh, I think it's just, you know, just let him have a crack at it. Like, compete at least a year at Brown, have a crack at No-Gi Worlds. I think he can do well, and then pending on that, we can find out whether he needs more time. I think you got to have someone based on kind of their goals. So when you got someone that's actually trying to achieve a full-time career in jiu-jitsu, let's see how they play out on the world stage, and then you can kind of make a decision about their next belt.
I do feel like belts matter only really when people want to compete at events like No-Gi Worlds or even Gi Worlds. But otherwise, if you're held back, it's better than being pushed forward and being the worst one of the belt above them.
All right, moving on to our next match. We have an interesting one. We've got a bet match. So each of these competitors, Andrew Buouie and Mark Scott, have put down $100 each on top of the already existing $50 prize money. So there's a potential $250 on the line here, plus 100 from Grapple Mania. That's the thing. Hey, if you guys bet some money, Grapple Mania is going to match it. Sometimes, maybe. Don't hold me to that. But we got a bit of money on the line. We got $350 and more PayPal donations for the winner of this match. Mark Scott, the Masters 2 brown belt extraordinaire, and Andrew Buouie. Do you know anything about Andrew Buouie?
I know that he's Asian and that Mark Scott has a history, a solid track record of fighting Asians.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
That's all we know.
Mark Scott's got it in the bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first a black belt. He's an armbar specialist weighing in at 64 kilos, fighting out of SAR Fight Club by way of Melbourne. He's a Pan Pac champion, Andrew Buouie.
Andrew Buouie stepping onto the mats. I think I have seen him around.
And his opponent, a brown belt guard puller weighing in at 68 kilos, fighting out of Garage Grappling by way of Hong Kong. He's a No-Gi World's bronze medalist, Mark Scott.
Mark Scott, Drake Spats, but fighting under Garage Jiu-Jitsu, where I believe he's the coach. Garage Grappling, maybe?
Sponsored by Vile Vortices, as are we. If you want good gear, hit up Vile Vortices.
What does Vile Vortices mean?
I don't know.
It is
Vortices are like
provocative,
a vortex, a plural of a vortex, and vile means like disgusting. So, in conclusion, I don't know.
All right, little hand fight here, standing position. Mark, big smile on his face.
I'm surprised neither has pulled guard.
Showcasing some new skills, it seems. Perfect place to do it. Only a few $100s on the line. Ooh, assertion of dominance from Mark Scott there, pushing his opponent into the crowd and jogging back to the center. That put a pep in his step. Again, complete disrespect for the crowd here from Mark Scott.
I think being fallen on by the athletes is part of the appeal of being in the live crowd here at Grapple Mania.
Look, if you want to get fallen on by an athlete, it's the 68 kilo
double
guys.
leg by Andrew. That was beautiful. Into the crowd.
It was
crushing
great
folks on the way.
because the two dudes were just like on a phone, like just sharing a phone when that happened.
Yeah.
So they deserve all of that.
Someone got like a water bottle splashed in his face.
Poetic justice, if you ask me.
And that was actually, Andrew secured that takedown. That was nice. What a waste.
6 minutes and 30 seconds, the actual time remaining left in this match. So we've still got about 2 minutes of the points period. Plenty of opportunity for our athletes to start opening up a little bit with not a lot of repercussion. Ooh, I like those feints. Huge shot
big
there.
shot from Andrew. Mark locking up a guillotine.
I wonder if
Andrew's
a little
on
bit
a
of
single now.
I think a little bit of politeness slowed him down there.
Yeah, it was a bit Asian of him. He tossed Mark into the crowd before, and then he like bowed at the audience to apologize.
Both these guys really feeling themselves, honestly. Little strut
As
back
they
to the
should.
center.
As they should. I'm keen to see what Mark's strategy is going to be. I really haven't seen any major takedown initiation from him at this point.
Oh, he had a good shot at the start where he ran the guy through the crowd.
No, I thought that was just a push.
That's a takedown.
I wasn't paying attention.
Looking for the 2-on-1 there was Mark. Wasn't able to secure that kind of control, and we're back to a little hand fight. Mercy grips from both athletes. Oh, big swinging underhook from Mark Scott. Finding himself with a front headlock. Let's see if he can snap his opponent down to his elbows.
Mark needs to start sprawling back, keeping his chest heavy on Andrew's back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's walking forward. That's better. He wants to snap him backwards, put pressure. Ooh, nice
Mark's
little elbow pass to the sucker drag there from Andrew Buouie. We're going to get a time adjustment here. Scoreboard frozen, so little time adjustment. And now we're back into the action. 4:54 remaining. 50 seconds of the points period. Don't forget, both of these guys have put $100 bet on the outcome of this match, plus matched by another $100 by Grapple Mania, on top of the $50 already existing prize money and some outside hits. So a bit of cash riding on this match. Remember, guys, you can spice up a match by throwing some money on it. Little outside hit, scan the QR code that I'm sure is going to pop up on the screen any second now.
The outside hit was the only closest way that Grapple Mania could get to creating an illegal betting ring. So put some money on it. Gamble your lives away, guys.
And
Mark's finally pulled guard. He's
right
given up on the wrestling.
Mark's assumed bottom position. Not a bad strategy.
Just before the points, luckily.
All right, points period has just come into effect. Mark Scott with a keymaster, almost a backside 50-50
That was a nice
entry.
entry. Andrew managed to extract his leg.
Little outside passing here from Andrew. Mark Scott doing a good job of keeping his hips up, framing on the shoulders there with a knee shield. Let's see if he knows how to shoulder drag. He can take advantage of Andrew Buouie being buried in here into his shin. But instead, looks like he's focused on that far arm. And keen for an underhook. We got a half guard player here.
Oh no.
Almost throwing in a Kosoto hook.
Mark trying to play for deep half. I don't know if that's unusual or not. Seems out of character.
Honestly, deep half, not a bad position. Kind of making a resurgence, especially in the IBJJF scene. We're seeing a lot of deep half in the Barambolos as of late.
Andrew could potentially lock up a DAS here.
I actually think Mark's looking for a dog bar here. I think he's going to try and knee bar from bottom position. Oh, I think you heard that. Instead, coming up for a bit of an old school sweep towards
that was
the back.
nice. The double unders.
Oh, he's going to get shaken
Will
up
Andrew
here.
shake Mark off the back?
Okay, so
He
Mark
may
can
get
actually cross his
rolled.
feet behind the knees here if he's clever, but
No.
gets shaken
Andrew's
off.
extracted his head.
Mark back in the open guard, opting for a supine sort of position here. Starting to breathe a little bit more heavily. Let's see
Double
how
unders
much
pass. Andrew needs to circle his head to the side.
big pylon there getting in the way of the action. We're going to see a restart in the middle here from Winston. 188 people watching the stream right now, guys. If you're in the chat, give us a shout out. Tell us what your moments of the event have been so far. Tell us what you're still looking forward to. We've got, other than this, 3 more matches and 3 banger matches coming up. Couple minutes left.
Big ups to Mark. He competes on pretty much every Grapple Mania. So he's like a prolific competitor.
Huge shot there from
Yeah, that was
from
beautiful from
Buouie.
Andrew.
Still
He's chasing it. Still on the single.
Mark very scrambling, but
Awesome
time has been called
perseverance
by
from
Winston.
Andrew. He's still on it. He's walked his way up to the hips.
Winston called a stop on that quite early.
Yeah, and they finished quite late. Mark looks exhausted from that exchange. That was relentless by Andrew. I love it.
Unusual because Mark known for his extreme cardio.
I thought you were going to say Mark's known for his extreme jacked body.
Alright, Jonas. Calm down.
Front headlock from Mark.
Yeah, but now it's slippery. He just got elbow passed
Andrew
into a sucker drag.
has pulled his head out every time.
Yeah, he's good at angling out from that position. He understands how to clear his head there.
Oh,
Great shot
Andrew
there
on the
from Andrew.
single. The inside single, that was nice.
Wow, viewership just went up by 20 people when those guys took their shirt off.
Only 20?
I think. Less than a minute remaining here in this bet match between Buouie and Scott.
Oh, nice snap down by Mark. Circling to the back.
Let's see if he regrets taking his rash guard off now.
Mark's got like a full Nelson.
He does have a full Nelson.
I don't know if that's allowed. Winston's not calling it. I'm not sure if Winston can see.
He's behind.
Full Nelson's okay, apparently.
Now he's got an angle where he can see the grip. I think he's thinking about it. He's not sure.
He's looking at us. I don't know.
Oh, stalling warning there for someone.
Probably the top player, because the bottom player can't really roll out of this without breaking his neck.
He needs to create some movement here on bottom. Not a lot of time left and not a position you want to hang out in. I want to see him scramble to his feet, start fighting the hands, look for a switch, something. But you're not going to win this match by staying on your knees. Mark Scott very pleased.
That was a nice match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by referee's decision, Mark Scott!
Not sure about that one. I think if it was decision, probably would have given it to Andrew.
Congratulations, there's 50 Australian dollars for you.
On initiations.
Let's go. Guys,
pretty
grappling
close.
up in this bitch. Let's go.
Very good stuff, Mark. That was a crazy frenetic fight, as I expect from you.
It's on the Bucks, baby. Let's go.
Okay. So you were going all over the place. At one point, you went to deep half and dogfight. I was like, fantastic. Finally, some jiu-jitsu I can understand. And instead of this roly-poly, touchy-toesy bullshit. But you did that for only about a second, and then you went back to the usual nonsense. You pulled guard just before 4 minutes. That was part of the strategy.
Tommy too.
And then in the end, I mean, I guess you had control of him from the back. Nothing really got close in terms of submission, but you got taken in the crowd a few times. You almost took out this little girl who seemed to be your biggest fan.
Yeah, that's my student, Lucinda. Hey, how are you? I'm really grateful to be here, guys. I love Grapple Mania. I love the jiu-jitsu community here in Sydney. Thanks for coming out, everyone. Let's go. Fuck Atos. Fuck Andre Galval. Let's keep jiu-jitsu safe. Let's go.
Controversial statements from Mark Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Grapple Mania loves you too.
All right. Getting political there is Mark Scott. Pretty thrilled with his victory. Like you said, it was a decision. It could have gone either way. Obviously,
Yeah,
you have the recency bias
very
of Mark
close.
Scott's position at the end. But I think you're right. Andrew Buouie did have quite a few more initiations.
Andrew Buouie had a lot of good shots. Very dogged on those takedown, on those double leg and single leg attempts.
Well, that's the thing. Like, recency bias is a real thing. So if it is the end of the match and it's tight, that shows you gotta start moving. You gotta like make it happen and have the memorable moments yours if you want the decision to go your way. All right, so our next 3 matches are pretty sick. I think these were definitely the best 3 matches to look forward to on this card. We've got Jack Butler, Moambda, Elir. So we've got someone like Jack Butler who's just like a leave it all on the mat, don't care about position, throw up some submissions. And then we have someone that I would say is a little bit more of a, what would we say, like a little bit more strategic. He's a little bit more technical. He's got a good guard, he's got good passing, he's got good wrestling. Not much of a risk taker, I would say.
I would say that his risks are very calculated.
Yeah.
So his risks have a very strong chance of rewarding.
Well, just in contrast to Jack. So he's definitely going to make a lot of initiations. Like, he's going to pass your guard. He's going to try and spin under and take your back, take your legs. But I think Jack's a little bit more relentless where he's not really thinking theoretical jiu-jitsu. He's just like, oh, I'll take that arm or I'll take your foot.
As he once said, Jack Butler sees red.
Yeah, so we got Jits, who's either just going to kind of dominate and dismantle Jack, or we're going to have Jack that's going to like ruin Moe's day with a submission. But we just got to see it play out. $260 on the line for that match as well. So yeah, that's going to make you crank on a footlock if you've got it.
Oh,
It's
excellent.
a bit of cash. So 5 seconds and we're going to cross over to Juice Buffer. Introducing our
Ladies
athletes.
and gentlemen, your next match of the evening, this is a very special one, $260 on the line. Introducing first, a blue belt wrestler weighing in at 75 kilos, fighting out of Groundworks MMA in Team Atlantis, by way of Shell Harbor, Jack the Pilchard Butler!
I think Adam Jones told us earlier about there's a story about this shaved head potentially losing a match.
I think I was losing to Harrison.
Out of SWA by way of Auburn, Moambda.
Elir taking a little break from his new modeling career to grace us with a performance here at Grapple Mania.
Elir, very sharp, very skilled. Jack Butler looks like a bogan monk. That's all I have to say. Jack Butler wants that first connection and he's likely to jump straight into an armbar. Jack harassing the head of Moe.
Yeah, I think Moe's strengths in this match definitely lie in like the guard. Ooh, interesting.
I don't know what that was
in the
exactly.
guard versus passing battle. I think that's where he's going to shine. But he's also not one to concede to someone else's strengths. Like, if that guy wants to wrestle, he's going to wrestle.
No, I think Moe's passing is also very underrated.
Oh, yeah,
and his submissions. It's very skilled, very all-rounded.
Big shot from Jack Butler.
Oh!
Jumping triangle
Jumping
from
triangle!
Moe Jits.
That was actually hectic.
Very cool setup.
Front
but just
headlock,
completely
guillotine
shaken
from
off here by Jack.
In the half guard now.
Moe Jits needs to create some space here with his upper body frames.
Jack is good on the armbar. So if he can take an arm, strongly likely to finish.
All right, so Moe Jits has got to be careful here with his outside passing, not to leave an arm hanging. We've seen Jack latch onto that armbar off the back of some passing exchanges before. But passing it to north-south here.
Jack does a good job of not conceding the pass, turtles up, and Moe's circling to the back, so he's got this high back ride.
Rear triangle option here for Moe Jits if he can bring Jack's shoulder to the mat on the other side. Seems like he's lost it now. But staying
Moe's
behind the elbows,
climb
climbing around the back.
towards the back again. Locking up the triangle, potentially, just has to readjust that angle.
He needs to pull the head down of Jack. Needs to tighten it up. I would like him to squeeze his knees a little bit more. No slams here. I don't think he wanted to take the risk though. He's just decided to let go of that triangle of his own volition.
Yeah. The triangle was a bit, there was a bit too much space probably to readjust at that point.
Pretty sick match though. We're only 2 minutes in and it's been...
My heart's beating fast.
Been a banger. Another triangle attempt here from Moambda.
Yeah.
He's just got to clear that foot, that hand framing his shin.
Maybe he can hook the far arm of Jack. Armor Plata, potentially. Oh, nice escape from Jack. Jack just throws up anything.
Jit stabilizing a north-south position here.
It's a good spot to go for a dance when Jack turns on his side. Jack with those long frames there.
Jit's starting to get behind the elbows. I'm not sure if he has much of a front headlock game. I think he's much more of a back taker. Again, outside passing. Jits is really good at turning someone's hips away here from a stack. Oh, but he's in an Americana. Huge threat of the Americana here, but he's managed to straighten his arm out.
Wow, that makes me very uncomfortable.
He stayed a lot calmer than I thought he would in that scenario.
Ref's calling time.
Bit of a controversial restart here. Jit's going to step around here and attack a far armbar. Taking his time though. He's going to throw that right leg over into the hip.
Oh, and he slips off. Jack is doing a good job of framing the hip.
Yeah, a little bit too telegraphed on that one, unfortunately. Jack got the first bite on the leg now. This is one of the risks that Elir had to face, is if he can fight through the straight ankle lock of Jack Butler. Seems like he's managed to spin out of it though. Here's the first time he's found himself in bottom position with points in 10 seconds. I think this is where he wants to be though.
Knee cut set up for Jack.
Points.
Both guys showing signs of fatigue now.
Points are on.
I think we're going to see Jack just fall back on a leg, if I'm honest.
Let's see if he heard you. Headquarters position here from Mo. This is a prime passing position for Jack.
Yeah, Jit's choosing to play a half butterfly. Not his usual game. He's much more of like an outside leg position guard player.
Jack can aim for a high body lock here. He can trap both of Moe's underhooks against his body.
Yeah, he's got his hands connected here.
Yeah, he's locked his hands. There might be trouble for Moe.
Yeah, both arms trapped here for Moe Jits now.
He shelved one of the legs, it looks like. Oh, he let it go. Why do you let it go?
Well, he's going to fall back on this footlock. Jits needs to be ready to invert. Get himself safe from this footlock so he can re-attack. Choi bar attempt here from Moe Jits. He's got the arm saddle, switching to a cut armbar now.
Oh, very
Triangle
nice.
attempt again. Using it to attack the cutting armbar.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be tight.
Jack's got that slippery
Jack's
head though.
in trouble.
He's not moving, but he gets
He's
the tap.
tapping.
Well done, Jits.
I think Jack almost went out. That was beautiful. That was an excellent match. Very well done by both players.
I would say that was a 50% cardio tap. I think Jack had or has the power there that he could have probably backed out of that, but
the triangle looked pretty tight though. No space in that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of $260 by triangle choke, Elir.
That was beautiful. Relentless triangles and attacks from Elir.
Just pocketed himself $260.
So now Moe's up to $600.
Face this way. I know your boys are behind you, but what a fight. I mean, Jack Butler's a hell of a competitor. He usually puts on an exciting fight. He had 2 flying triangles. One time he gave you a gentleman's slam, which I thought was very nice of him. But you got him in the end with a triangle. How are you feeling out there?
I feel great. I'm just excited to be back competing in Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing this my whole entire life, and I'm going to keep working hard and training hard and achieve these goals that I've set for myself. And inshallah, with the right training and my great support network, I promise you guys I'm going to represent Australian Jiu-Jitsu in a positive, in a great way, and not associate with any shit and keep it professional. Thank you guys.
Good stuff. I understand. Is it $600, Johnny, next time? Next match, when someone fights Moambda, there's $600 on the line. $600. That's, the SWA guys think they can take you. They know. Hamza's ready. Okay.
Every single one of his teammates put their hand up for that $600 shot at Moambda.
Next Grapple Mania, Moambda has $600 on his head. So if you want to take him, you think you can take him out, take him his money, give us a message, Grapple Mania on Instagram, or message me, cutie566. Next up, we have Khan Husmeck versus Issa. What are your thoughts on this one?
So we've got Khan, who's, I believe he's the coach of like amateur MMA in Australia. When it came to the IMAF competition, the World Amateur MMA competition, I think he was coaching Team Australia. So obviously an Australian, an MMA background for Khan. I've seen him compete in combat jiu-jitsu before on Fusion Fighting Championships in Melbourne. So, you know, he's someone that's not going to quit. Those MMA fighters are tough.
Trains out of Absolute MMA.
We have Issa, who is one of the most exciting prospects on the scenes for Australian Jiu-Jitsu. This guy has an unreal passing game, an unreal guard game. I would say if there's anything he lacks, it might be submissions, but, you know, he's going to tire you out.
Don't say that about the man before he's about to walk on.
I'm interested to see how he's developed, especially in his move to no-gi from the gi.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first a brown belt pro MMA fighter, weighing in at 83 kilos, fighting out of Absolute MMA by way of Melbourne. He was once the #1 pound-for-pound amateur MMA fighter in Australia, Husmeck.
There you go, ranked #1 pound-for-pound amateur MMA, so that's nothing
interesting
to shake a stick at.
And his opponent, a purple belt scrapper weighing in at 83 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Lebanon. He's a grappler so good they had to name him twice, Issa.
I think that's the right word for Issa, is scrapper.
Issa is tough.
He's really willing to take it to his opponent wherever. So I think he's going to try and wrestle here against Khan. And if he can put Khan on his back, he's almost certainly passing. Huge takedown.
2 seconds in, straight into a pass. Side control there.
Massive aggression from Issa there. Huge intensity. Yeah, this is a guy that's trained with literally the best people in the world overseas and the best people in Australia every day that he's here. So super experienced is Issa, even for training for a short time.
He's a very skilled gentleman, but we are still early moments in the match, so Khan still has a lot of time to make his way.
This has got like really good momentum with his takedown attempts. Like I love how he goes straight into like from the slide by into a shot, just shrugging his opponent off with those double unders.
Literally just threw Khan by. Back on the butterfly hooks there after that takedown. Winston's still letting it continue. There's no stoppage here. I think Khan attempted a flying attack off the wall.
Let's see how long Issa can keep up this pace. Obviously, massive explosive pace at the start of this match.
Honestly, it was a little bit of a shame that it went into the crowd and had to be reset after that initial flurry, because I feel like Issa could have used that momentum and basically finished the match there. Got a takedown, you got a pass, you got a pin.
Oh, bit of words back and forth here from Issa and Khan. Cheeky little collar ties firing him up. I'd like to see Khan use the pit a bit more. You know, obviously being an MMA fighter, he'd have some experience with the cage, something that Issa doesn't have experience with, so maybe he can utilize this pit better than Issa could.
Nice shot, nice sprawl.
This is Issa's favorite song playing, by the way, to train to.
What song is it?
Anyo something, but they play this song at AOJ like religiously every training session, and some of Issa's best gains were made at AOJ over in Costa Mesa, California. I think we're going to see a few more slide by attempts here from Issa. That seems to be one of his better takedowns.
Look, Khan. Ooh, that was nice.
I really
Beautiful
like how he's
slide
changing
by.
that slide by into the knee tap.
I keep thinking Khan wants to set up a slide by of his own, but Issa's beating him to it.
I think Issa's actually mentioned he's looking for a bit of a future in MMA as well, so this would be a good match for him to sort of see how he can fare with the intensity of an experienced MMA
We should
fighter.
introduce strikes to Grapple Mania.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Issa runs up the wall. Khan's on the single. His head's on the outside.
There's a phone underneath him. Issa catching, Winston catching onto that. Issa on the back here. This is probably his better chance at submissions. I think armbar, triangle, and rear naked choke are probably his bread and butter when it comes to
He's
submissions.
locking up a rear triangle. 40 seconds till points.
Very high guard here for Issa, but he's kind of getting his head jammed up against the pit wall. Khan does a good job of squaring up, though, alleviating the threat of those submissions. Can you believe we're not even halfway into this match with the amount of action that's happened so far?
Approximately 23 seconds till points are in play.
So yeah, this is what I want to see from Khan. I think his best chance is here against the pit. Obviously, Issa is not used to this, so you want to always put someone in a position that they're not used to.
I think it's difficult to attack in close guard when your back is flush against the incline of the pit.
Most definitely. I think Issa's got to start to use his arms to kind of break his head away from the pit, or potentially just open up his guard. I think
he's trying to push Khan's head to the side, but Khan's doing a good job of like pummeling with his head and keeping it strong.
Yeah, I think from experience, Issa needs to be ready to like open his guard, use butterfly hooks, something else other than just a closed guard. It's very hard to climb your legs up when your head's being pushed up against the wall.
Getting a bit more of an angle now. Yeah, Khan just using his head to bury into Issa's chin. But once again, we're coming to this MMA style here where the top person in closed guard just drives in without trying to really open the guard or make any progress. So now Issa's back is off the wall. He can start opening up for attacks. The body triangled Khan.
No, I think
he's released the body triangle.
I think Issa really needs to start opening his guard and start to like.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
If anything, he should be using that pit wall to stand himself up and just change the dynamic of the position.
And Khan's taking a body lock. Issa can take an overhook here. He's locking a body triangle is not a good idea from close guard. Tends to just be stally.
I think it all depends on the like weight of control that the judges give to this style of play from Khan. Do they value this as a controlling position, or is it just no initiations and not getting him anywhere?
Yeah, I think it's no initiation.
Issa right now is definitely in control of the match. The first half of the match was definitely all his. So yeah, I think now Issa should probably like not stay here. I think it's a silly move for Issa to stay here when he can just get pushed up against the wall again. Issa needs to change this position. He's going to have an advantage in the open guard exchanges, so he needs to frame away here and put his head back in the middle of
I agree, especially since Khan wants to just hold Issa in place. I think he's going for a Sao Paulo pass.
Well, the thing is, if you haven't trained in these conditions, it's hard to think of that on the fly.
Yeah, of course. However, it's like a low-risk strategy to open the guard and start attacking. seeing as Khan is actually not really doing anything in this position, and now he's finally stood up, made an attempt to open the closed guard and drops back to a knee.
Yeah, I would like Issa to start pushing Khan away, bringing his knees to his chest and physically like stepping on Khan to create distance. His priority here should be to get back to the feet or to get back to a seated guard in the middle of the mat. He doesn't want this match to be...
Once the guard's open, he just needs more frames in place. Khan's using that old school white belt jiu-jitsu move of one knee in the butt to open the guard.
You're just not going to open someone's guard on your knees. Like, unless they make a mistake or they
This
don't
is
know
probably
what they're
only
doing.
his second attempt to try and open the guard. There we go. Rugby pass from Khan. Issa's doing a good job of controlling the head. I think Issa wants to... I think the triangle's available for Issa. Oh, cartwheel straight into a reverse close guard.
Bit of a donkey guard here. Issa could use this to attack the legs. He can try and find an octopus guard position here to get top position.
Hopefully we're not just going to be stuck in this spot for the next
Big
2
smile on the
minutes.
face here of Khan. He's attacking like an inside heel hook from that
Like
position.
a reverse toe hold.
Hey, that can actually work. I've had people use that on me. It creates a real threat. So yeah, again,
Big scuffle back to close guard.
Khan's found himself in the probably one position that he wants to be in this match, which is Issa's back of his head up on the wall. 10 seconds left in this match.
Last-ditch resort from Issa. He's locked up a triangle.
Solid triangle there from Issa. I think this is going to be
get
the
it?
thing.
Triangle armbar.
Whether or not he finishes that, I think that secured the victory from him.
I mean, I think right at the last second, Khan knew his time was up and he just like closed in on Issa so Issa couldn't extend the arm.
Very cool to see Issa making his
Your
return. That
winner
was
by
unreal
referee's
performance.
decision, Issa.
Huge reception for Issa.
I want to change gyms to go to SWA so that I have this much cheering for me. I am halal.
There's your money. That was a great fight. I know you're a man of few words, so I'm not going to torture you too long with this interview. But I mean, it started like a couple pit bulls going at each other, and then it eventually kind of slowed down a little bit. It was stuck in closed guard for a long time. What were you trying to do out there?
I don't know. What?
That is the eloquence that I've come to expect from you. It's a fantastic stuff. Once again, congratulations to the man. Mike, you just want to shake hands. That's nice. Congratulations. We got one more fight to go, guys.
Nice. That was a sick opening exchange there in that match. And then obviously Issa faced a bit of adversity, put in a position that he's not familiar with, but ultimately ended up in an advantageous position at the end. So props to both fighters for executing part of their game plans, but I think it was a good learning experience for both of them as well. So, one more match to go.
One more match, main event of the night coming up. Joshua Love versus Bobby Sandeu. Asian versus Asian. Also, again, to our sponsors, Hariri Chickens, My Mother's Cousin, Self-Raised Bread, Bar Vortices, Nikki B's Sandwiches, Lala's Home Services. Without you guys, we would not be able to have the show as it is today. Thank you for supporting our athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and grappling fans around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Introducing first, a brown belt guard puller weighing in at 75 kilos, fighting out of open mat by way of Brisbane, pink Asian guy, Joshua Long. And his opponent, a brown belt rear naked joke specialist weighing in at 77 kilos, strangely fighting out of grappling education by way of Central Coast, Bobby Sandeu!
Unreal match. I think both these guys face serious problems for each other. I would say Bobby obviously has some crazy back control, an excellent dead
double
orchard,
guard pull,
and some good leg locks. I think Josh Lara is more focused on the leg lock stuff, but I would say probably a little bit better in the guard retention area. So
front headlock guillotine attempt
huge,
from
actually,
Josh Lara.
very, very strong
wow,
front headlock attempt.
That was actually really threatening to Bobby.
He's out. So yeah, Bobby's one of those guys where if you've never faced him before, he has some stuff that like you're just not expecting. So his dead orchard is crazy. He's got a straight footlock that's good because he can obviously extend so much. And then his body triangle is very hard to escape. You're not going to separate his feet like you normally would with a body triangle.
Bobby has probably one of the most diabolical builds of jiu-jitsu. Even if you rolled him, you probably still don't know how to deal with his extreme proportions. Two men intent on both playing double-seated. I think Bobby's even crossed his legs.
This match feels very Asian.
Yeah.
So
it's dumpling style versus
I think Bobby's
chicken tikka
style is going to be a little bit more just like just try and find that knee line however he can. I think Josh is going to use a little bit more inversions into saddle entries, a little bit more creative, Matej Szczecinski style stuff. Joshua, obviously, the grapplers know him from having a pretty decent performance at the ADCC trials recently. You know Bobby. we all know Bobby from different places.
I mean, we all love Bobby despite what people say. It's actually
here we go. Strong De La Riva hook from Josh La, looking for an inversion. I think he's going to find his leg entanglement here.
It's a straight ankle lock. It's a shin lock.
Ooh, that's quite tight.
Bobby's fighting the hands. Bobby might be hopping on an ankle lock of his own.
Bobby going to try and find an inside heel hook off this. Passing the leg over is Bobby Sandeu. Still in and outside Ashy though, but he's got that long leg. Like, how do you reach his Achilles when it's that far away from you?
I feel like a knee bar would be a good option on Bobby. You don't have to control the actual foot as much.
Passing into the inside position now. Inside spin from Joshua La. Passing his feet to the inside.
Yeah, Bobby's heel is too long. His leg is too long to dig the heel hook.
Yeah, a pylon getting in the way though of that leg exchange. We're going to see a standing reset here. But I think that was a clear indicator of what Josh is going to look for. He's going to use his inversions, like a waiter bolu position to try and get his legs inside, and then the classic saddle to cross Ashy position. Inside Ashy?
The problem is this Gandhi pose of Bobby. It's actually, I think it's making it difficult for Joshua to actually get into the legs.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if Josh started adding in some passing to create the threat, Elusive Pete says, looks like a mahjong match. Let me just cross over to my Chinese correspondent. What is mahjong?
Mahjong is a Asian gin rummy.
Points.
Come on, Rev. Put some heat on it. Chase this fucking leg.
Little game of footsie going on here.
Honestly, as much as both of them want to play seated, I'd love to see somebody just heist up and take the other one by surprise.
Well, we're into the points period now, so...
Or blast straight into a body lock.
Josh inverting here, knee behind Bolo. Going to throw in.
That was a slick
passing
entry.
to outside Ashy here.
I wonder what he can do with this outside Ashy. The shin lock might be a good option.
I think Bobby's going to start to use this to attack the inside heel hook again.
Bobby's done a good job of pummeling that leg over.
Josh is definitely going to pass the inside position. He wants 50-50 here.
Yeah! Chase it out! Yeah!
Okay, this is where Bobby's dangerous. His long arms have allowed him to get a claw grip, even from him being in the outside Ashy. So let's see if Josh is cluey into that. I think as long as he can keep his hip on the floor, he's pretty safe here.
Bobby needs to flatten the knees of Josh so that he can just start coming up.
Josh is starting to get his hips
that
elevated
leg.
now, so that's where he's in danger. If he can keep his hip on the floor, he's safe. If Bobby can start heisting up. There we go, inside spin here from Josh.
That shin lock is a good option for
Hand
Josh.
connected again from Bobby, starting to
Yeah, but
elevate.
Bobby just reaches up with the connected crossface.
I think Bobby's lack of external rotation here is what's letting him down. Otherwise, he'd be able to start shin folding out or flaring his knee and coming up and taking the back.
Well, I think because he's also allowing Josh to flare that knee. So he collapses those knees. Oh, Josh just kicks Bobby away.
This might seem like a snooze fest from the outside looking in, but there's some real technical exchanges going in. Both guys have to be wary of what the other person is doing. Bobby connecting his hands here, like if you've not been in this position with someone with such long arms, like you're not used to that. So here we're going to see Josh La play a game of straight footlock and outside heel hook, depending on how Bobby defends. Eventually, I think he's going to try and pass the leg to inside position and try and look for a saddle. But easier said than done. There you go, trying to pass his feet inside now is Josh. But anytime he does that, anytime he unlocks his feet, Bobby's got that inside heel hook available, which is probably his strongest attack outside of the rear naked choke. Coming up to 1 minute left remaining in this match. I would 100% say that Josh is in the lead right now just based on his attacks. However, Bobby's got his knee to the floor here, his hands connected. This is where Josh doesn't want to be.
That might be a sweep there.
I actually think at this point, Josh's best bet is just to hold on to this position.
Oh, Bobby's locked up, almost locked up the figure four. Still locked in this outside Ashy position.
But here's the thing, like not much is happening, but Josh is attacking and Bobby's defending. Bobby needs to take a risk. He needs to stand up, try and flare his knee, look for the back of Josh. He's not going to win this match by just sitting in the outside Ashy. So what do you want to do? Do you want to survive, or do you want to go out at your shield and give yourself the best chances of winning this match?
Maybe Josh could try.
Dwarf ankle lock now from Josh La. This is where Bobby
to
needs to start moving. This is a legitimate submission attack. Bobby needs to use the fact that his knee line is free here to start forcing some sort of leg drag position.
I mean, if he kept that knee below the, if he kept Josh's leg below the knee, could have put himself more in danger of that ankle lock.
You know what? Like, you got to give props. That's a good way to nullify a dangerous opponent in Bobby. Keep him tied up. Obviously, not the most exciting match, but he did keep himself in control against a dangerous submission artist in Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by referee's decision, Pink Asian guy Joshua Law.
Props to Josh, an emerging name in the submission grappling scene.
Congratulations, Pink Asian guy. I think $60. That was an interesting match for the first half. It seemed like you were two adult men who sat down and played patty cake like a couple little girls. And then you started to get into the outside Ashy. You said that a few times. He was grabbing your head, trying to get a head and arm. Nothing was working though. What was he doing to stop that outside Ashy?
It's pretty good, but also very long, so it's kind of hard. I'm reaching all the way back. The foot's like way further than it's normally is. So, but yeah, I just need to get better. But I know if I get someone in outside Ashy, they're not getting out. So
Yeah, I know, but
But he did have incredibly long arms too, because not many people are going to grab your head and arm in that situation. Do you have anybody to call out?
probably someone shit would be good.
SK. He's shit.
Johnny.
He's been ducking him. Okay, SK, come on. He wants. Oh, hold on. He wants some.
If you lose weight, I'll fight you.
Like those one.
No. Oh, come on. He's wearing a pink rashy. Come on, man. Come
I
on.
reckon the smother.
SK doesn't want no smoke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Grapple Mania 26. See you for 27.
Harry Adams had his arm fully extended versus Chris. I can't remember who got the armbar, but one of them. No, this was the armbar. Harry Adams and Chris.
Yeah, I know. Was that it?
That was the armbar. Escape the night. Whichever one escaped the armbar, I don't remember.
That will wrap up Grapple Mania 26. Stay tuned for our next show to be announced date. As always, thank you to our sponsors, Hariri Chickens, My Mother's Cousins, Self-Raised Bread, Valve Odysseys, Nikki B Sandwiches, Lala's Home Services, and we have the $250 sub of the night from Lala's Home Services. Who do we think, Josh?
I think it's an obvious choice. You got the double hand smother
double
from the
palm
mounted
smother.
triangle from Alicia Fairello. So she's going to get $250 submission of the night. And then escape of the night was the armbar between Harry Adams and Chris Henderson. I don't remember which guy was doing the armbar, which one was escaping the armbar, but it was a fully extended armbar that he got out of. So he's getting $250 to pay for that GP gap.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
thank you guys
cool.
so much. If you want to compete on the show, please message us. We'll sign you up for the next one.
Till
Good night.
Next time.